what's up everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Resident Roleplay. There's a show where a group of friends and I get together and play homebrewed tabletop RPG set in the world of Resident Evil. I'm your host and GM, and welcome back everybody. Hold on, I was a little late on the draw there. You guys were muted for a sec.
Oh.
But you could say hi again.
Oh, well, hello.
Alright. So, as I suppose you guys may be able to tell from watching, one Doc Super Salty Peanut is not going to be with us from this point onward, as we talked about last week. So that was kind of his last week, and we're unfortunately going to be short him from this point onward, at least regularly. But he's in chat, at least this time around, and from what I understand, plans to do so for a lot of the episodes going forward when possible. So that's fun. Brief announcement before we get started. As some of you may have seen, we put out a new thing on YouTube, which is Resident Recap. So basically, this is a sort of tool for people who want to get caught up on the story of the series and don't necessarily have enough time to watch all the episodes. So it basically summarizes a chunk of episodes. We just came out with one for the first arc, the Arclay Cabin arc. It summarizes those first 5 episodes, and we're going to be coming out with more for all the subsequent arcs leading up to the current one. And then, of course, doing it for the new arcs going forward. So that's super cool. A lot of work actually went into that because I personally wanted to make it something that's like a fair substitute for watching the show. I wanted to make sure that people who just needed to catch up didn't feel like they were missing out on like the way the story played out. So hopefully those are pretty fun to watch as well. But yeah, so Arc 1 is up on YouTube, and they're going to be in the playlist for Resident Roleplay from this point onward, the same YouTube playlist that the main show is
easily accessible.
Easily accessible. So yeah, if you ever have anybody who wants to get into the show, but you know, can't necessarily, or like 50 episodes is too many. I guess this is the 56th episode, which is kind of crazy to think about. But then, yeah, feel free to throw these towards them. Also, I think I just realized that I forgot to do socials on this episode, so let me just do that real quick. Which mostly just consists of pressing enter here and there.
What? What socials?
I forgot to do socials on this episode. Forgot to say that we're live. There we go.
Oh, okay.
Oopsie.
I was like looking at the stream, like there's nothing missing on the stream. I was like, did you add like some sort of like our social links in the stream?
No. There we go. Now we're all done. Now we're good to go.
Retweet.
So, that being said, are we ready to get back into tonight's episode after the?
I'm running.
After the chaotic conclusion to last week's and that cliffhanger as well. All right.
Oh, I'm keen.
Mm-hmm. So, previously on Resident Roleplay, after learning that the bioterror group known as the Manifold is gathering the world's viral weapons, you set out to intercept their targets. Your party, accompanied now by Kevin Larson, arrived first at Tokyo in search of the wealthy collector Hiroki Oshiro, who was rumored to possess a sample of the T. Veronica virus. Checking into a hotel, you arranged a meeting with Oshiro. However, Katara was also invited to meet with the Manifold's villainous super spy Scorpion in the hotel's bar. Approaching cautiously, Mr. G adopted a disguise while the rest of you accompanied Katara to the bar. And there, Scorpion outlined points of leverage that she had over Katara. But seeming undeterred by these threats, Mr. G went ahead and ambushed Scorpion with some massive assassination damage, to which she then dove out the window and hookshotted to another rooftop, and all the while taking fire from the party as her snipers who were positioned on that rooftop returned fire at you guys. And last you saw, she disappeared behind a parapet. But Chauncey put 2 critical hit magnum rounds through that wall. So now that was where we last left off. So, that being said, Before we get into things, is anybody in the bar still within view of the windows, or has everybody kind of moved to cover at this point?
I'm not even in the bar.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're not in the bar, but that's why I specified anybody in the bar.
I know I am not in view of the window.
Okay, so everybody's kind of
that sniper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
because
Chauncey was
last
the last
I
one who was
remember,
still firing.
Yeah, last I remember, Chauncey was at the window, and then also called up to the person upstairs to confirm kill.
Yep. So yeah, Chauncey then just like having fired his 2 magnum shots, just like reels back with his gun now empty, just slides into cover as you hear another sniper shot just go by the window, and you see that laser kind of traveling along that laser sight, just kind of marking its target. But the commotion, after a couple of moments, seems to die down as Chauncey calls out, "Moira, get to a window on the west side. Tell us what you see on the rooftop up there." And over the comms, you just hear, "It's Setsuko, sir. And yeah, on my way." And then there's a little bit of a lull in communication. Mr. G's just booking it downstairs while this is all going on. After a moment, you hear,
I technically have one of them spotted. I think I had what's her name? Scorpion spotted.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
How does that work with me?
What does the wording say exactly?
I think it just says you have advantage on checks to find them.
Yeah,
I don't
so you'd be
know
good at tracking,
anything,
basically.
Tracking them if they were to not be in that location anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
also, I'm on comms as I'm running down the stairs, because I'm basically taking I'm taking the stairs a flight at a time, just like jumping down and.
Okay.
But I'm also on the comms. I don't have any of my. I was not prepared today. I don't have any of my stuff open, but I know that I do have a contact for international relations, and I'm on the comms with them, working up a cleanup program while running.
Well, yeah, and you hear as you're running down after like a minute or so, you hear coming over the comms Setsuko's voice again. "Okay, I have eyes," and she's like, she hear her coming over the comm. She just says, "It's a little dark. I can see some figures. It's hard to say how many. Hold on. It looks like a couple of them are moving towards a fire escape or something. I'm not sure. I think one of them might have gotten left behind. It's hard to see much more from here. I can't ID anyone."
Keep me updated. And I'm still running.
All right.
Kevin just mutters, "Oh my gosh, you're killing me."
Oh,
Not yet, kid.
Oh, you're so funny.
Actually, you said what? She said one of them got left behind.
Yeah, she said that it looked like she wasn't sure how many there were.
Everyone else
total.
was going down the fire escape.
Yeah, but she saw a couple figures moving for a fire escape. She thinks one of them might have gotten left behind.
All right, keep it. I'll let her know. I'm going to head for that building as fast as I can, with 90 feet of movement, trying to get to the fire escape on that building.
Okay, good to know.
But I'll let her. I'll tell her to keep an eye on the one that's on the ground.
I'm gonna have Katara go up to the room.
Okay.
I'm gonna have her go up to the room, because she, considering what Maya said, she's like, "Okay, I want to see this for myself."
Mm-hmm. Or rather,
and
Setsuko.
she's gonna be, yeah. Setsuko, hearing that, she's just kind of like, "I want to see this for myself."
Okay.
So starts dashing to get upstairs.
All right. Yeah. You could rush upstairs. You could probably get up to those higher floors by the time Mr. G gets to the bottom around the same time.
I think if it's in the middle, it's equal distance.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because you guys were at the top. You guys were at the very top. So yeah, it'll take you guys about a minute, but you both get up there.
She might get there faster because I think she's faster than me.
That's true. She's pretty fast.
Yeah, by like 10 feet.
Let's see, because you're at no, yes, you're right, 10 feet exactly, because you're
because you said you're running 90, so like when I'm doing it, I'm going 100.
Yeah, you're 50 on a. You're going 50 feet each action with less actions. I'm going 30 feet per action with more actions.
Mm-hmm. Nonetheless, as you guys are traveling,
math.
You both hear what sounds like a lot of commotion in the streets in the distance. I guess Mr. G would hear it better than anybody since you're closest to ground level. But like everyone still in the bar would definitely hear it just echoing down the blocks. Yeah, it sounds like there's a lot of just like screams and almost just like a lot of chatter from people in the surrounding blocks. And then you hear police sirens firing up and drawing near from the distance, followed shortly by just screeching tires and then like crashes, just like loud crashes, and then just gunfire, spots of gunfire here and there.
Am I close enough to see what's going on yet?
Make a perception check. I'll say at this point you're getting out of the lobby.
Okay. I don't have my character sheet up either.
Oh boy. Well, while you're getting up, Katara, you said you're heading up to the top.
I'm just gonna roll a die to see if it's good enough.
So you said you were sort of specifically trying to like find that same window and looking out and.
Yeah. She's gonna go over to you said Setsuko.
Setsuko, yeah.
Setsuko. Okay. She's gonna go over to her and just be like, "Hey, you have like I don't know binoculars or something that you're looking to see that way or what?"
No, I'm just trying to eyeball it. Like, I'm pretty sure. I mean, that's it down over there, that rooftop. That's what you guys were shooting at, but.
Yeah.
And you could see in the distance below, because the rooftop was about roughly equal with the level that the bar was at, maybe a little bit taller.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a good ways down, but you can make a perception check of your own.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Mine's 14 base with a bunch of stuff.
Okay, with some modifiers.
Actually, no, I don't have.
Let's see how this goes.
I think you do have proficiency with perception, don't you?
15.
Okay, 15. Katara, you can make out what looks to be technically actually it would be with disadvantage because it's dark over there. The rooftop doesn't seem to be lit up.
We're in the middle of the night.
Yeah. I didn't remember
it's like morning time almost.
It's early morning. In fact, it's about 2:30 that all of the motion was going
because
down,
this was right before our meeting.
Yeah.
So plus 4 to mine, so it's 18.
Okay, 18 for you. Go ahead and roll one more time.
15,
for
18. All right.
Okay, better.
Yeah, so 15.
Yeah, so 15.
18, 15.
So you see down on that rooftop. Again, it's very dark, hard to make anything out, but you can make out what looks to be the shape of a person lying on the other side of the parapet. You can't make out features or details. You just see that there's a person there.
Yeah, so she'll get on the comms and just be like, "Yeah, I'm generally seeing the same thing. Somebody's laying there. They're not moving. I can't make out what it is though, or like who it is. I can't make out features."
And as for Mr. G, with your perception of 14 plus,
18.
18? Okay, yeah, with your 18 perception. By the time you get out of the hotel doors, you definitely hear some of those like crashes and stuff and the gunfire going out and about. You head out onto the streets and you hear it. It sounds a little bit distant from where you're at. You don't quite see anything within view from the hotel, but you get a sort of general sense of direction.
Could I get that the direction is from the building that I'm heading for?
No, it is the building that you're heading for is just across from the hotel. This sounds like a few blocks away, maybe. And
so this is this is a bit of a metagaming question because I don't technically know if the person on the building is Scorpion, but to find the group that was on top because they were the ones that were moving, and I don't know if the body is Scorpion. Would I get anything? Any advantage for finding them, or because like that's a bit metagamey where there's like, oh no, you don't get advantage because she's dead.
Well, you didn't spot any of I guess
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
the only person I spotted was Scorpion, so that's a bit metagamey. Well, that's the thing is you can't. It's
not like you could like locate them specifically. No, you could just start tracking, and you'll have advantage on checks to that end. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to the building because you said it wasn't from there. So if I go to the building, would I get advantage on tracking the people that were moving? Because like I tracked one individual, and I'm now at the building. Does that apply to that group that are moving as a whole, or because without. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I get what you're saying. So I would say yeah, just for like general. I guess it would come up. It would be considered in the check that the like any activity going to and from the location that you're trying to track to. So
yeah, okay,
yeah,
because once I get because if there isn't any shooting and gunfire and crashes going on here, I want to see where they went.
All right. So you're gonna start investigating.
I want to make sure somebody's keeping an eye on the one that's up there, because if it starts moving, shoot it.
All right. Well, you yeah.
Is it alright if Kevin just since he's done with the cameras, could he just jury rig the wires and whatnot back to their original positions?
Oh yeah, easily. Yeah, you could get those all fixed up as if nothing. No one was ever there. There's a little bit of damage, but as long as nobody checks on it, they'd be none the wiser. But yeah, you set it back to normal.
All right.
Disconnect yourself.
Then he's just going to casually just walk out, and he'll be like, "Yep, problem's fixed. It looks good
Where'd
now."
everyone go? Where'd everyone go?
And he just leaves.
All right. So Kevin gets out of that employee area.
I don't think that's the first like illegal thing Kevin has done. Is it?
I don't know. He's pretty goody two shoes.
He's pretty goody.
Yeah, I think it might be actually.
That might have been the first shady thing Kevin's done, and he handled it like a champ.
So,
and then he would just book it toward outside.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm still on the I'm on the phone with Mr. H, right now.
Okay.
And Mr. H and I are going over as I'm running, just all right, international sabotage, some sort of terrorist attack. That's technically true. We could spin it that way. They said they had a bomb, so it might we could say that there was a distraction for a planned bombing. And I'm trying to get a story out first through official channels. Okay. So that way we can have control over what's being thrown out there. That way we can at least be portrayed as heroes who happen to be on the scene.
Yeah. Well, and you also hear over the comms at this time, just like Chauncey's voice coming in, just like, this wasn't the mission.
Yes, it is. This was always the mission.
Well, now it's my butt on the line, so listen up, everyone. Let me tell you how this is gonna go. Setsuko, you set up some communications equipment up in the room. I need to get on the horn with HQ and help with this dousing of fires. Plus, I'll need you to translate when the police show up here. As for the rest of you, suit up and get out there. ID that body on the roof and find those other snipers if you can. And also find out what on earth all that commotion is out there and keep me up to speed on the comms. Understood?
Wait a minute. What about the virus?
Yeah, well...
Calling a bluff.
Get to the meeting on time, but first we need to deal with the immediate situation.
Guitar is like, understood.
All right, fine. I suppose there's nothing we can do about this. We're deep in it now. Crap.
Welcome to war, kid.
I'd rather be deep in this and get everything pretty much done than just let it fly. So let's go.
It's like a Band-Aid.
Keep in mind, they're going to be going at that virus pretty soon. I'm pretty sure of this.
Yeah, that's... Like I said, we'll just go through, ID the body, and then we'll see what we can do otherwise.
All right, fine. All right then. Go team.
Did he really? Mr. H!
You get back on the line with your international contact as you're running. Alright, so I'll say you could go ahead and make your investigation roll with advantage because of your spotting.
I get that by now.
Yeah.
It was a long run.
Meanwhile, by the way, Sarah. Is Sarah still in the bar?
Sarah's in the... Well, she got everybody out of there.
That's true,
so
yeah. You were funneling civilians.
Duty.
Yeah, funneling civilians out of the bar. And they seem to have cleared the room now. You see on the you don't see any like lasers or anything coming through the windows anymore, so you get the sense that the coast is clear, and plus with all the comms chatter, it seems like it is. But you do see like on the windowsill, where Scorpion jumped out, there's like some broken like pots of some like plant decor that are there, and you just see what's essentially the equivalent of 2 green herbs and 1 yellow herb that have fallen out of those plants and are just like scattered around that area.
Nice. I'm gonna go over there and pick them up and mix them together.
Okay. What exactly are you mixing?
Okay. So how does this? Gosh, I wasn't a medic.
Medics can mix anything up to any combination up to 3 with no checks. Although it's worth consulting with your group what all might be needed. So instead of mixing everything right away.
I don't know if I have room for 3 herbs, so hold on. Let me check. Yeah. Nope. Do not have room for 3 herbs.
You could throw it in the room.
I guess I could.
Yeah.
Just carry it up there.
Yeah. I mean, you could at least mix the green and yellow together, since the yellow is useless on its own.
True. So I'll do that. And then I will take both of those up to the room and leave them there.
Okay, good to know.
Also, when I get up there, seeing, do I have to roll to mix that, right?
No, not
as a medic.
Awesome, got it. When I do get up there, however, seeing Katara and our friend that's very hyperactive, I'm going to walk over to Katara and say, do we see anything? What's going on?
Oh, you came upstairs?
Yeah, I'm in the room now. I dropped off the yellow, green, and the green.
Well, I guess technically Katara and Setsuko would be, they're on the top floor, but they're not in the room. They've gone on to like out into some of the halls to get a good window view to the other side. But yeah, you could easily find them.
Okay, I find them, and then I say that.
I guess at this point, Setsuko's moving back to the room, so because she needs to set up comms. So you probably pass her by, and she could point you to Katara.
The room is not in view of the rooftop?
No, because there's like 1 or 2 like special suites on the top, and so yeah, they have to navigate out into the hallways to get to the west side and look out on the rooftop.
So like all the rooms are facing different directions, and we're facing the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Okay, so repeat the question.
It was, hey Katara, do you see anything? What's going on?
Well, look down. Can make out a body. Somebody is laying there, but
somebody's laying there.
Yeah.
Make a body.
Probably see Mr. G running out into the streets at this point.
Just looking down, like, that's Mr. G. But we can't figure out if that's Scorpion or not. So we need to go over there.
Sounds good. If she looks down, can she make a perception check?
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Cool. I'm on it.
Kevin, you were saying something?
I'll wait for a second.
Okay, yeah.
Wait for a check. Nope.
Nope. You don't.
I don't even know there's a body down
there.
there.
Yeah, you can't even see the body. I'm not even gonna make you roll the disadvantage that you have on that check. But yeah, you can't really.
She's also
make anything out.
She's also a little tipsy.
Yeah,
a little bit. Yeah, she didn't quite drink enough where I was gonna make her start making con saves,
but that's why she rolled low.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flavor it that way. Okay. Well, if we're going out there, better gear up and go then, I suppose.
All right. My question was, is there any way Kevin could hack into their radios and see if they were saying anything about the dead body?
You're talking about like the enemy's radios, or?
Yes.
I don't know if you could do that quite with the gear that you have.
They're setting up comms in the room, right?
They are setting up some comms in your guys' suite upstairs.
You might be able to help out with her and set some stuff up while she's setting up. You don't have my stuff.
Yeah. And Chauncey's just like still, I mean, over the comms though. He's like yelling at you guys to get your butts in gear and start getting out there.
This wasn't the mission.
Yeah. Like I said, you guys made this situation what it is. I'm gonna start doing my job. You guys get out there and start doing the field work.
All right. So, okay. Sorry, boss. I changed my mind and head out, and head towards the body.
Okay, Mr. G would get there far in advance. Did you roll your investigations yet?
I'm not going for the body yet. I'm at the building.
Okay.
But field work.
Say what?
Field work.
Oh, so you're just investigating the general building around.
Trying to figure. I'm looking for the snipers. I'm tracking the snipers
Gotcha.
to see where they went.
Yeah.
I'm also keeping an eye out for any police and or signs of the trouble that that commotion that we heard.
Okay. So with that 28 investigation, you start looking around the general vicinity of that building. You find the fire escape that they would have gone down from. You, with that freaking roll, you find some traces. Nothing in terms of like hard evidence, but it looks to be, some like knocked over things around the alleyway that seem to indicate that somebody came through here in a rush, or possibly several people came through here in a rush. And looking out on the other side of that alleyway, there looks to be another street that's mostly clear and empty, but there are like a few parking spaces. There's 1 meter that doesn't have a vehicle by it anymore that seems to be running from previous use.
So do I have contacts in Japan?
Possibly, yeah. You probably have some.
I want to get one of them to bring a car to me, and I'm going to look around this area to see if there's any cameras I can get a hold of to see who was parked in this vehicle spot, and to see if I can find out where that vehicle would be going.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So you start putting in some calls. So you're just trying to get I'm
trying to get a ride.
A ride, yeah. I mean, there are like cabs and stuff around, but yeah.
I don't want to tell a cab that I'm chasing somebody and they're free to run red lights.
True.
I need somebody who's like, hey, you know how to catch up to somebody in a quickness, right?
Yeah. So go ahead and make another. I'll say make another one of those charisma investigation checks to see what you can procure.
This is for the vehicle?
Yeah, just getting in touch with your contacts, and
I like charisma investigation.
Yeah, seeing if you could manage to acquire something or work something out.
Going through my just like flipping through my contacts list, like I need a Japanese name. But I'm
especially
also looking
given
on
the hour.
Like, yeah, screw them. But I'm also looking around to see if there's like an ATM or something like that has a camera that would be looking at that location. That would be a separate thing, I imagine. 23 on the contact.
Okay. Yeah, you do manage to find a contact who groggily answers, and you are able to
wake up!
Yeah, set them to acquiring some transport for you. And takes them
a favor.
Takes a couple of minutes to get together, but they eventually get back to you, saying they have a local runner who'd be willing to do it, a driver. It will probably cost you if there's some risk involved. So
yes.
Yeah, as they say, as long as this person gets paid, they'll do it for you.
Oh, I'll pay them.
Mm-hmm. So you give them your location and they send something your way. But in the meantime, are you getting up to that rooftop?
No, I'm not going for the rooftop.
Okay.
Remember, I'm looking for signs of the car. So I'm looking at cameras. I'm looking at anything that would be like security cameras or like storefront cameras or anything like that. That's facing that spot. I want to see what the vehicle was and where it was heading, so I can chase it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that an investigation? Straight?
Yeah, perception.
Oh, perception.
Mm-hmm.
I changed my freaking checks. macro, and it's freaking me out. $22 on looking for cameras.
For perception?
That's. Oh,
think you rolled
right.
a lower perception
Minus
earlier.
5.
Oh,
Minus
right,
5
yeah.
is
So it's plus 4, 17?
something. Yeah.
Okay. So you look around. There does seem to be a nearby storefront that seems to be camera covered. It gets kind of like the periphery of the area that you're looking for, but you get the sense there might be some intersection if they were heading in the right direction.
All I need is to get a vague description of the car so I can find it.
Yeah.
And obviously the direction it went so I can head that way.
Mm-hmm.
And if... I don't know if I can amass an army to look to scour the streets, but I want to try.
All right, so you know the location of that camera.
Yeah, I'm trying to get in it.
So you're gonna try and hack the camera?
Yep.
All right, go ahead and make
Gonna zip zap it with my pull my freaking. I'm like, this isn't coming out of my watch. This is way too complicated. I'm full on pulling out, like lifting my shirt up, but I have these like all this equipment strapped around my waist. I'm just like, and then just set up and get ready to go.
Just doing some electrical.
Yep.
So go ahead and make an intelligence spy gadgets check.
While he's doing that, how far away is Kevin from that building?
I mean, like, with the amount of time that this would take, everybody who was probably going for the building can get to it. So
Yeah. This is going to take me a while.
No, yeah, it's already been a few minutes. So Katara, I think Kevin, is Sarah also moving with the group?
Well, Sarah would have found out where Kevin was, and then she would have headed towards Kevin, wherever Kevin is.
Yeah, so
Kevin's going for the body.
Yeah.
Okay, so all of you move out. Naturally, Katara is the first to get there since she started. Since she's got the. Well, I guess Kevin was already on the ground floor though, so he had quite a head start.
Yeah.
But I think, so you two would probably arrive maybe near the same time. But yeah, so Katara, you get up to the rooftop and. You could easily take, and get into the building. It looks to be some sort of residential building, so you could easily, get in and, take a stairwell or else take the same fire escape that you saw on the side of the building. But, whichever the case, you make your way to the rooftop, and you do see the body that seems to be on the inside of the parapet that you noticed from far above.
Okay, so I'm holding that G36 up and ready to fire.
Okay.
And just moving forward slowly.
Gotcha. So approaching slowly, you do see that there are a number of puncture wounds in this body, and it just looks to be bleeding all over the rooftop. And of course behind it is the sort of low stone wall of that parapet that just has a couple of holes going through it.
Yeah, I'm gonna... So, approaching the body, slowly, yeah, approaching the body slowly. She's gonna keep, let's say, a 10-foot distance.
Okay, 10-foot distance. As you get that close. Yeah.
And kind of, more so focusing on the features of, the head.
Okay.
And everything.
Yeah. I mean, looking at the figure, as you get that close, it's pretty easy to distinguish. It looks to be some sort of feminine figure in the same sort of formal clothes that you saw Scorpion in earlier. And as you get close, I mean, seeing the brunette hair, which at this point looks to be falling off a bit. You can see it looks to be just a sort of wig prosthetic. But yeah, that very much looks to be Scorpion.
Okay, can I pop 2 shots into the head?
Yeah. I mean, you easily
Or,
just
pop, pop.
Yeah, just put 2 more shots through. No reaction, just splatters of blood against the concrete.
All right, so she's she gets on comm. She's like, at the body, put 2 more shots in the head. I pretty sure, very, very positive this is Scorpion.
I need everything that's in your pockets.
All right. And what I'm gonna have her do is like, so she's gonna like holster. She's gonna like holster. Or actually, no. I'm gonna have her go through and like use the G36 to kind of like gently move the body to like the side.
Okay. Yeah, you
So,
can kind of like flip her around with the muzzle.
And what I have her do, and I'm gonna have her do like investigation checks, mainly so that way she can see if she can find those those devices that she had on her,
Okay.
and then anything else that could be there.
Yeah, I mean, with when it comes to searching bodies, I usually just let you find everything unless there's something like particularly well hidden.
Okay.
So in this case, yeah, it won't require a check. If you could basically just take 20 if you just take a few minutes for it.
Okay, cool.
To use an old 3.5 term. Yeah, we were just talking
Ragging on
about
3.5 earlier.
But
Yeah.
basically, that's how I treat searching. Since if they're already dead, you know, if you take a few moments, you can pretty much find all there is to find.
Okay, cool.
So first of all, you find her that burst fire handgun that she had, which is also suppressed. So it's a triple shot, is what it's called. If you would like the stats for that, I could get it to you.
Oh yes, please.
That's different than what I have.
It's different, yeah. Let's see. That should be that. You also find a kukri. That sort of small curved knife, or I guess it's kind of almost like a short sword borderline, that she had. You find 10 rounds of 9mm ammo, and also a full stack of flash grenades.
Oh wow. Full stack. How many do they hold up to again?
5.
5. Okay.
Which and of things that you know that she had that you don't find on her person are the hook shot and that triggering device. Those seem to have been taken.
Okay, so so she'll get on the comms and relay like, you know, the weapons that are there.
Mhm.
And then just, you know, all the other stuff, and then she just goes, all right, so the only 2 things that I don't see are the hook shot and that triggering device that she showed me. Those are gone.
Well, just keep on the lookout for a giant explosion.
All right.
Which at this point, I'll say everybody make perception checks first of all.
Oh, great.
But
It's a giant explosion.
everybody, did you report everything that you found on her? You said?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
I reported everything.
Chauncey's-
I'm gonna take the
Chauncey's coming in
I'm
over
gonna
the
take flash
comms.
grenade.
Okay, good to know. But Chauncey comes in over the comms and he's just like, I'm busy doing PR up here, but somebody save that kukri for me if you can. I like that.
So she goes, I don't know if anybody else is coming up here, but I don't have enough room to take all this. Oh, wait a minute. I kind of do. Wait a
Sarah
minute.
and Kevin are both heading up.
Yeah, Sarah and Kevin. Kevin would have arrived like shortly after you did, and then Sarah shortly after him.
I can take the... Actually, I can put the 9mm in the... I can put the 9mm in the bandolier. So I'll do that.
Oh, right, you have Mandalier now.
Yeah. So I'll put that in the bandolier. So I have the 9mm. And I have the flash grenades as well. So the only 2 things that are here are the triple shot and the kukri knife that are still on that person. So if
Okay.
you guys have any inventory,
I can take one thing. I can't. I have 1 inventory space.
I'll take the triple
That's
shot.
12 perception.
Me and Katara see the same thing.
So
I'm at 18 perception.
okay, I think 18
I
is
haven't
the
rolled
highest,
a
right?
13 this game yet.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
So
Start fighting.
So, the rest of you don't notice too much as you're divvying up the loot, but Mr. G, who's like up on the wires doing some electrical work with the camera, which we still need to get to that, but like, you know, you pretty much look like a technician up there, you know, just like strapped to the pole and just like rewiring some stuff.
I had to take off my freaking what do you call that? Hotel waiter's outfit first.
Yes, that's true. No,
and then underneath it, I've got something. I've got something that I keep on me to just fit in.
Mm-hmm. But you, as you're doing this, you're in that kind of zen state where you're kind of multitasking, where you could like, this is just like manual work. You got to think a lot about it a little bit and deciding what wires to go through. But you are kind of keeping an ear out, and you do notice, like, first of all, those sirens are still coming. None of them seem to get to the hotel. They all stop a few blocks away, and then gunfire and explosions and crashing.
So, do I know which direction?
Yeah. You got a pretty good sense of direction when you made that perception check when you came out of the hotel.
Oh, okay. Oh, right.
All seems to be around the same region.
Have I gone closer or farther away? So, like, when I came out of the hotel, I see where it's going, and I went to where I am now. Have I gone closer, or am I getting farther?
Not necessarily closer or farther. It's just in a different direction, right? You're traveling kinda...
Okay, so, like, it's perpendicular to...
Yeah, you're heading west-wise. The sounds are coming south-wise.
All right. Well, this wise, I'm going to relay out that somebody should probably check on that. I'll give the location of where I see him, and I'm like, all right, guys. There's a situation happening at this location. We're gonna need to get some eyes on that. I don't have a good feeling about this.
I'm on it.
I'm currently occupied.
I was about
And
to do
she'll
that.
start walking down.
Okay.
Towards the direction.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would like to specify I've taken my grenade launcher.
Gotcha. Yeah. I'm assuming you
good.
got geared up when you went back up top.
Yeah.
So
I'm very glad about that.
did Sarah or Kevin take anything? I guess there was 2 items left: the kukri and the triple shot.
I offered to take the triple shot.
Okay, that's fine. She'll take the. I'm assuming that's a knife.
Yeah, the kukri. It just uses Krambit stats. So I think
Okay.
I'm not sure if you already have that, but if not, I'll get them to you.
I do not.
So yeah, I'll just hand those out. But the 3 of you start making your way. Or rather, I think I just gave that. No, it was Kevin who took the triple shot.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
I also check in with Chauncey, and I'm like, anything else you need? Any other work that needs to be done?
And he's just like I said, just see what all that commotion's about. And I guess we got the body ID'd, so identify the commotion, fix stuff if you can, and start making your way towards that collector.
Yes, sir.
Understood.
Question: did Katara find any of Scorpion's personal devices, like phones or anything, or was that stripped?
She wouldn't.
Yeah.
Let me see. No, she doesn't find any personal devices like phones or anything. Those seem to have been stripped as well. Although, well, you wouldn't have been certain that she was carrying any. She didn't reveal that at the time that you met her, but yeah, you don't find any.
But just searching to see, because I said I meant to say, because I didn't want the weapons, although that hookshot would have been nice. But I meant I need like anything that I can use to figure out what's going on in the manifold in terms of like her phone or stuff like that.
You do not.
That was what I meant, but
you get the
I
sense
don't imagine that would be there.
Yeah, devices got cleaned up. Seems of all sorts.
Yeah.
Although there was one thing I forgot to mention. She did have $900 in cash in a wallet, as well as a handful of fake IDs and passports and things like that.
I'll take those actually.
Oh yeah, can I put the fake ID stuff as like
Okay, yeah, I'll
personal
say you
item
could,
stuff
yeah,
to hand
stuff,
over?
yeah, paperwork, personal items, yeah, you could carry that along.
All right. Yeah. So at that point I'd relay that I have those. And then it's gonna sound kind of like meh, but I want to science check this body.
Oh, okay. Or what are you particularly trying to do? This might be a medical
I want to
check.
delve. I want to delve into the. I want to delve into see if she has like anything. Anything evolved based.
Okay. Yeah, that
like
could be
with
science or
blood,
medical.
kind of like mine.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say yeah, science or medical. Either way, you can make a check.
17.
No, yeah, it's you tell pretty readily, especially given your expertise in that subject, that there's nothing superhuman about this individual. She was just a regular person, well trained. Apparently, you just like you get pretty good hands on with the body, naturally, very, very fit and very, very toned, very well trained, but nothing in the way of evolved.
So she relays that too. She's just like, all right, I also went through the check the body, blood wise, and see if she was sort of like me. No, she is regular. Well trained. Interesting.
Well trained, yes. Regular, not.
I don't know. Considering how, considering everything with, I guess, Ronan, and I don't know.
Human, yes, but that woman was a different species of spy than I am.
Okay, I can understand that. And she just gets up, like, all right, cool. And starts heading in the direction of where the gunfire is. Is there? So heading in that direction. So I'm assuming that like now that we know about it, we can hear it.
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
Like, hear
well, you guys would have heard it kind of in the distance, as this was going on. It started like back when you guys were making your way up and down the hotel, but it's still going on as these minutes pass by.
Okay. Is there any? You know if there are like any areas, because the way Katara is like thinking about this right now is more so we gotta get over there and handle that situation, but we also kind of have to get to that virus. And she's wondering if there's like I'm guessing like, is there a path that they could possibly take that could be within like, it would be within the distance of things to see what's going on and like, but not be like full on in that combat at all.
I'll say that might be a so you're just trying to like get within the vicinity but not too close.
Yeah, not too close be able to like.
I'll say that will be, I know there's some navigational elements involved, but I'll say that'll be a stealth check, maybe because of the navigational elements. Like, okay,
23.
Yeah, there you go. And I guess everybody that's going with Katara can make the same check. But yeah, you start making your way in that direction. But first, before we get there, let me just follow up with Mr. G, because you did your hack a while back. What was the roll on that again?
26.
26.
Good thing I labeled these things.
Yeah.
See, that's I changed up my macro to have a bit at the beginning that says, "What are you checking for?"
Oh, that's neat. Okay, so so you hook into that camera and you get access to its feeds, which seem to go back as far as like the past couple of hours, but that's all you needed. So you could siphon that data, but I don't know if you would have any means of viewing it at the moment.
I still have the
Oh right, yeah, the thing you used for Kevin.
Yeah, I have a tiny little like.
Wait, but then wasn't Kevin using
flexible? Oh shit, he has it.
that? Yeah.
I have a backup.
So you have the data.
Okay. I'll wait.
So you'd have to hook it back up.
Well, it doesn't do me any good because they'll be in a different car by the time I can look at it. All right. Actually, I'll call off I'll call off the ride because there's no way I'm going to catch up to those people with what's going on and with no way to view the data. So I'll call the person back. I'll wire something to him to compensate for ruining his night.
Yeah, I'll say just mark off like $100.
Yeah, just like something just popped up. Gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to head up to meet with everyone else. But I'm going to. Yeah, could I? No, I don't know where it's at yet. I just know the direction.
Yeah, you know the direction, but I mean it's very rambunctious, so you'll pretty easily find it the closer you get.
Okay, because I want to know if I can get Oh nope, don't have the rifle. I'm gonna go straight and meet up with everybody.
You don't have your rifle on you?
No, it's in the room.
Oh yeah, that's right. You went straight down.
Yeah.
So did Sarah make her check?
Actually, Sarah is not going to stick with Katara and Kevin.
Okay.
And Mr. G eventually. She's going, if she sees police cars, I'm assuming.
Not yet. You'd have to get closer to the area of the incident.
Right. When we get close enough where Katara is going to split off with her stealth, that's when I want to go right into the fray. I don't want to hide.
Okay, gotcha. So even so, like Kevin tries to like stay close to Katara, but ends up kind of like losing track of her as she just like slinks down an alleyway really quickly and manages to navigate her way into a more advantageous position. So you Kevin and Sarah kind of end up together anyway.
Okay.
But you. You all start moving as one in that direction. I'll say, Mr. G, if you want to approach in like manner to Katara or cautiously at all, you can make a stealth check as well. But otherwise, again, as this is all going on, you hear this commotion off in the distance. You get closer, and like as you start getting closer to that area, just again, you hear that crashing and gunfire just getting very loud in your ear, echoing down the streets. Screaming as civilians are just like running in the opposite direction that you guys are heading in, and just like crying bloody murder. And you, as like Sarah and Kevin like approach the street that all of this seems to be centered around, you see like half of a police car that is on fire just go just barreling down the street. Across from you, across in front of you. So
important question: was the half of the police car rolling or flying through the air?
A bit of both. It was like it seemed to be going with the momentum that was not from any engine, since it seems to be like the back half of a police car, and but it was still kind of like skidding along the ground.
Oh, good.
So. And then as you two move up, and G, you are pretty easily able to like quickly and quietly flank around as well. Mm-hmm. You guys eventually converge on this large kind of main-looking street, and you would all see a bunch of cars just piled up along the road that look to be at this point abandoned and with their occupants probably running out of them. There's one that's just like crashed in the middle of an intersection and just like fire coming up from its hood. And you see like a lineup of police officers just, pointing their guns at this massive sort of creature that has like an almost caterpillar-like body and a bunch of legs coming out of it. One of its arms is kind of like, it has like a humanoid torso coming out of this figure, and then it's got like this one kind of human-looking arm and one just flaily tentacle arm, and just like this grotesque, almost human-like face that just has jaws that split open into like mandibles and a long tongue just slicking out of it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Question. Where are we exactly? Is there a building nearby? Is there a specific
let me bring up a map and let you guys figure out where you're going to be positioned. I will say, hold on one moment as I prepare the map overlay on stream.
Well, finally, an actual
There we go.
conflict.
A conflict.
What?
I mean,
What happened before
Kevin's-
wasn't a conflict?
I like how
well, I
Kevin's
guess
just
Kevin
like,
wasn't there.
Oh no, not that thing!
So,
I like how Kevin's like, ooh, a conflict. I am prepared for something like this.
Oh.
Kevin,
That's fun.
Kevin and Sarah are coming in around from up here. Katara, you're probably somewhere around this alleyway, probably coming around this corner. Mr. G, you could come in wherever you want.
I'm putting
This
myself
looks really
here.
Familiar. Where have I seen this?
Or where?
The creature or
The creature, yeah.
Where would I be? I couldn't like.
Oh,
see.
sorry. Let me reiterate. So Kevin
Am I,
and
like,
Sarah
right?
are coming up on the map from up here. Katara, yeah, you're in this alleyway, and
Oh,
you're
cool.
probably peering around the corner or something to get a
Okay.
view on it. And Mr. G could come in from like
Actually-
any street or alleyway, essentially.
yeah, I'll say that actually just to be I'll be here so that way I can so me and Katara can be aware of each other.
I see. Yeah.
I'm still being quiet, but I can like make signs at her.
So is it like possible, real quick? So because I know this is like I know we're probably entering combat soon, depending on what happens here.
Yeah. Well, I'll
But
say.
is it-
Yeah. What are you gonna say?
Is it possible where I can potentially make a few acid rounds?
I would say because I think the craft does take a few minutes time, so if she wasn't preparing it along the way, that would be a little bit too late for that at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, you guys are actually like, I guess, intruding on a combat in session. So in order to figure out the pace at which things are going, I'm going to need everybody to roll for initiative at this point, regardless of whether you're gonna start engaging right away, just so we could figure out where you're lying
Okay.
in regards to these guys.
And I'm rolling really high. It's scaring
Oh,
me.
come on.
Oh no.
Katara, please. I mean, you know what? That's fine.
10.
So
I walk up. I'm like, Katara, let's go. And you're like, what's going on? What's happening? How'd you get there?
so everyone sound off.
G20? 20.
Sarah 10.
Yeah. Kevin 4.
And then Katara 7.
Okay. Kevin at 4, Katara at 7. Okay. So, top of the round, actually, Mr. G gets to go here.
Has it gone in combat yet?
Technically, I did say you're entering someone else's combat, but seeing as you just rolled initiative, I'll say for the purposes
For the
of this
purposes of
of this
assassination.
encounter, I'll say it has not gone in combat yet.
That's okay. So like, it's doing stuff, but the combat encounter just started.
Yes, your version of this combat encounter just
Yeah.
started, so you can still get the drop on it since you've just entered the fray and is not aware of that. But it is not surprised, so no auto crit.
Oh, that's true because it's still moving and stuff.
No, yeah, well, surprise is generally for when you're unaware that a combat is happening, which it is not.
No, well, yeah, because like I have to remember that like the auto crit on surprise basically means you can shoot him in the head.
Yeah, yeah,
Like they're not moving. They're just like, huh?
yeah.
But I'm going to spot him.
All right, spotted.
That was my bonus action, I believe. I'm going to
should
let loose
mark him
full
somehow.
round.
Actually, it'd be.
Let me see.
Let
Let's
loose.
look at these marks.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at some, seeing if there's a
Is
target.
there a?
It'd be
I
like.
was gonna say, is that target one? Or arrows or something? I know
Oh
there's
yeah,
an
there
arrow
we
one
go.
For sure.
That one.
Oh,
I can't see.
hey.
I know this is a
Let me
big
see.
battlefield.
I'm going
There
to
it is.
full burst with the weapon I have on me, which is the HK.
HK. All right. You got range on it. It's 95 feet
Yep.
away from you.
It is 95. That is in my long range. I am going to.
Yeah, and you don't get sneak attack, by the way, if you have disadvantage on an attack.
Going to.
Even if you have
I'm
advantage,
still
that
stealth?
cancels it out. It does not seem to have noticed you. No. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to move. What's this building next to me, by the way?
It looks to be some sort of commercial building. Looking around the front, it seems to be there are a couple of different buildings there, hence the couple of different doors that all seem to be different things.
Okay,
restaurants,
these are all different
digs. Yeah. One looks the one in the middle looks like it might be some sort of residential front.
What's this?
That one looks to be some sort of diner or cafe type of thing.
All right, I'm going to move up to there.
All right.
Which gives me just enough, I believe. Yeah. Within 80. I'm going to stealthily just right over the car.
All right.
And full burst with the HK.
Make your attack.
No, I do get advantage. I don't get crit.
Yes. Correct.
I'm headshotting it.
All right.
I'm remembering my stuff that I can do. So that's actually not a plus 11. That is plus... No. That's straight up wrong math. 6. Right?
Yep. -5.
Advantage. Plus 6. With the HK. Okay, that's 21 to hit.
Nice. That's a hit.
Okay, good. You don't know what these things.
Yeah, you never know these days.
3 shot, not crit. With a headshot. With sneak attack. Yeah.
Yep.
And spotted.
Because you had advantage on the attack. Whew.
51 points of damage.
Whoa.
That's actually a lot.
Not even an assassination.
The plus 10 helps.
That plus 10 certainly helps.
Imagine what I would have done with an assassination.
All right, so you come in behind and just like put a 3-round burst into his back. It's just like you see little splatters of skin and blood bouncing off of it, and it just like reacts and turns around even as like the police are priming their weapons at it.
That was 15 feet. Is there a window next to me?
There's a door, but yes, there is a window.
Yeah.
First off, Scorpion got this, so you're gonna get some damage too.
No, I'm not jumping through the window. I'm like break the window. Is that an attack?
That's an attack.
Hit window.
Yeah.
Jump.
All right. And you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage to jump through that window. Which?
Did I just take max?
No, actually.
Okay.
You know who did though.
Scorpion?
I'll say this now as a quick aside. I don't know if there's an inverse of Murphy's Law, but like everything that could have gone right with your guys' planning last time pretty much did go right. Like she took max damage from jumping out that window. She took like you guys were critting all over the place. It was ridiculous. You guys got really lucky with that kill. Oh, and you also see it goes back into like a kitchen area back there, so let me just put that there.
We go in there.
All right.
That's 30.
So yeah, you're on the inside and kind of
Lisa just
hid
went
behind a
offline.
table. Oh.
Uh-oh.
She might have crashed a little bit.
That's not good.
All
But
right.
that is my round.
All right. So next up, the police actually rolled pretty well, so they're going to start doing their job. And they are going to start opening fire at this creature that is in front of them. So, top to bottom, that's a 9. Nope. That person, that cop's gun jams at the wrongest of moments, and none of them seem to just be able to hit this thing in front of them. They're all like opening fire, but this thing looks surprisingly mobile for its size, and is just like slicking all over the place and just weaving in and out and getting low to the ground and crawling along.
See, they took lessons at the Stormtrooper Academy.
So that is going to be their turn. Next up, the creature is going to move, and though it just took a lot of damage, oh, there she went off roll 20 too. It's going, though it took a lot of damage from behind, it is going to move forward from these cops who just all took shots at it. Somebody perhaps might want to have a character sheet up ready just in case. Although,
Oh, I do.
yeah.
I do.
So yeah, it is going to move up to them, and it is going to make a full salvo of attacks against these 3 cops, which it does happen to have 3 attacks. So first off,
Lisa's back.
Oh, sweet. First off, it's going to attack with that giant pincer on its back, which kind of just like chomps down like a scissor.
Oh no!
Which just like this cop, that's the kill.
Oh.
This cop gets. I have to move him because it's going off screen, but yeah. Cut in half. At the waist, just like, and just a trail of gore as this. Oh! What did we just get?
Dear.
What did we just walk into?
What is happening?
I have her muted.
Yeah, I'm gonna. For stream quality, I'm gonna have that muted for just a sec, but somebody let me know when she's fully back.
I guess I don't need.
And it is going to make another attack, which it misses the lady in the middle as it's just, and she dodges out of the way. And against the gentleman at the bottom, it is going to make a tentacle attack, which hits, and just going to take average damage on him. But so he is injured as it just like sends this tentacle out and just smacks him over the head. But he is still barely standing. That is going to be the creature's turn. Next up, it would be Sarah if she is available.
She said she's good now.
Okay.
Yeah, she's good now. Yeah.
Okay, I have her unmuted. Sarah, your turn.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. I'm sorry about that. My internet died, and then things happened.
Good thing, just in time for your turn, you got back for us. So what is Sarah doing? You just watched this creature cut one of those cops in half.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Great. So I'm going to take out the Glock,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna start putting rounds on target here.
All right. Let me see. Yeah, you have good range on it. Wait, no, I think the Glock has 50-foot range, so it's in your long range right now. So you'd be at disadvantage unless you move any closer.
All right, I'm gonna move closer so I don't have to take the disadvantage. So how far? So I have to move up. You know what? I'll just move my entire 30 feet forward, and then I'll put rounds on it.
All right. Go ahead and make your attack roll. Which I should mention for the stream and for everybody, there were some changes to her medic subclass that happened between this game and the last. We didn't release a whole new rulebook because it was just changes to her class, so I want to wait till there's more changes with everything else. But I did want these changes in particular to be implemented as soon as possible, so I just sent it to her personally. So her class does function a little bit differently now. So just a small thing I want to make sure everybody's on the same page about.
Sweet. So give me just a second here then. Make sure none of that applies now.
No, not for making an attack.
Oh, okay. Because I don't want to screw anything up. Alright. Wow.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, this has been the rolls have been all over the spectrum tonight. But yeah, you try to take a shot, but the shot goes wide, and your gun actually there seems to be some sort of feed jam in the Glock.
Awesome. That's what I like to hear. All right.
So that's your turn.
That's my turn.
All right, Katara, you're up next.
All right, so generally from where I am at the moment, what I want to do, because she saw that this thing got like hit from behind by Mr. G,
and just tanked it.
Yeah, just like tanked it. So what she wants to do is she wants to wait for this thing to get within these car ranges.
Okay.
So that way, when it gets within those car ranges, she can fire her grenade launcher.
Oh, that's
Get within that radius and see if she can blow up the cars and that thing at the same time.
Okay. Going for a double explosion.
Yeah, she's using the environment.
Gotcha. So
to
you're
advantage.
holding your action for that, or readying your action. So that is going to be. You could still move if you want. Kevin, you're on deck after.
I think I'll have her, because it doesn't notice her at all.
No, not
Right
yet.
now.
Yeah.
So I'll get her like right here behind this car,
Gotcha.
and then just keep her waiting.
All right. So that's Katara's turn. Kevin, you're up next.
All right, I'm gonna move Kevin up around 15 feet,
All right.
right there, and he is going to. Is crouching an action?
Well, like crouching, whatever your stature may be, doesn't really take up anything unless you're going prone. So.
All right, I'm gonna have Kevin crouch, and he is going to take aim with his crossbow, which is loaded with an explosive bolt.
Okay.
Hey.
Although, it's worth noting, and Kevin would be well aware of the potential of these explosive bolts, that they do have some radial effect that those police officers might be within range for.
Let's see here.
Is it more than?
Well,
Oh.
because it takes up all four of those
Oh.
squares there, the creature.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah, but if he puts it here, right?
I know where I'm going to
big-
put this
oh,
bolt.
anyways.
Oh no, I think because if he were to put it here, it's still gonna. It won't hit
I don't
this
know,
one
but-
down here.
I don't know the range. Or
Yeah,
the-
sure. What does the radius say on that?
It's any creature within 5 feet.
Oh,
Oh, within 5 feet.
Never mind.
oh,
Yeah.
cool.
So I'll
Is
say
it any creature within 5 feet of the attack, or any creature within 5 feet of the creature?
5 feet of the target.
so. Yeah, that would probably be within
You would hit all
within
of
range
them.
of the creature. Yeah.
Oh.
Technically, with how the wording is, because
Yeah.
you're attacking the
Yeah, because the thing is,
person.
yeah, it's not like Katara's grenade rounds where, well, I guess you can intentionally miss, I'll say, if you want to just hit it with the radial damage. But to get the full damage, you would have to, hit and explode. But it's up to Kevin.
I'll tell you what. I am going to. Alright. Let's see. I'm going to hold my action.
Okay, what are you gonna hold for?
When those police get out of range of the creature, I'm going to fire.
Okay, gotcha. So holding
gonna
your
hold my
action as
action.
well.
More than
Yes.
likely when no one alive is left next to the creature.
More than likely, yes.
All right, good to know. So that's going to be Kevin's turn. Next up is back up to the top of the round. Actually, brings us to Mr. G.
I revealed myself when I shot it, right?
You did, and you didn't hide. I don't think. No, because you used your bonus
couldn't.
action to spot it. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so bonus action hide.
All right, stealth check.
I think that's right.
All right, you seem pretty
No, it's
well
higher
hidden.
than that. Yeah,
No,
That went
yeah.
up.
You crash through the window, and after that, you just like stay put for a bit as you let the commotion and gunfire re-distract it, and then prepare to reposition yourself.
I'm like leaning out of the window. I'm like trying to get an angle out of the hole that I just jumped through, right? I'm like leaning behind this table. I'm just like trying to get through and another full round. Although actually that might be far out of its range again.
Yeah, you are out of its range.
On the table.
And plus, I'll say with all those obstacles going out the window and over the cars, it'll have some cover against you.
I'm on the table now, which means I'm
Okay.
higher
good to
than the
know.
cars. Does that make a difference?
I'll say it'll have half cover. Even so.
Fair. I have 3/4 cover from it, so I don't know if it can range attack, but half cover that just gives them higher AC.
Higher AC, yep.
I need to make a stealth check first. No, that was the 28. Yeah.
Yeah, you already made your stealth.
So I have advantage.
Yes, you do.
Not been that long. Oh, headshot again. This is
All right.
23.
23.
Glad
23
that
certainly
wasn't a
hits.
6. Or the 3. And full rounds. No. Oh, yes, headshot. No sneak. No. Yes, sneak attack. No sneak attack. Yes, sneak attack because I had advantage. And it's still spotted. 41 points of damage.
Whew. Another 41 points of damage as he just like put down another 3-round burst.
I'm just gonna use the last of my movement, which is I only moved 5 to get here. That's another 25 feet. Actually, I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
All right.
I wanted to check out the kitchen, but that's too far away.
Staying put.
Yeah.
That's going to be the end of Mr. G's turn. Next up, the police are going to take their turn. And this guy is... Whew. Well, first off, he's going to take one of his shots, but at disadvantage because of how close it is. Which misses. But he is going... He just, like, takes a couple of shots, but it just knocks his arm out of the way, and he is going to attempt to start just booking it, but it gets to take an opportunity attack against him, which is going to be a hit. So, actually, before he gets anywhere, this guy just gets another chomp in half. Or let me break him away again to do that. But seeing as it just used its reaction while it's distracted with him, this officer is also going to attempt to start making a run for it, and she is going to make her attack from over here. At which point, Kevin, actually, your reaction would trigger at this point because they are all clear. But she's going to make her attack,
All right.
which doesn't hit. Again, just firing more rounds, lots of commotion and gunfire going on, but none of them seem to be faring very well against this creature. Oh!
So I've never seen a nat 1 with a crossbow, and I'm scared.
So you just like let loose a bolt with this crossbow, which goes like clean over its head as you overestimate the arc, and it ends up just like sticking to this light post here, and then just going. And the police officer is just out of range of it, but she has to like kind of cover her face from some of the sparks and the flak a bit, and the debris heading in her direction. But you knock that light out practically.
I look at her apologetically, like, yeah, sorry. and from there he just frowns and just grumbles, I guess.
All right. That being said,
at the moment, so.
that was your reaction. So that ends the round of the police. The creature is going to start moving, and it is actually going to start moving in this general backwards direction.
No.
But first, it's going to stop here, and it's going to put an attack down on this police officer to try and finish the job with its pincer, which misses, but it is going to make another pincer attack, which does hit, and just like, again, clamps down on this officer and just tosses her about like a rag doll. And it is going to start moving in this direction from which all of this damage it received was coming. That is going to be the end of its turn. Next up is Sarah.
Okay. Well, leave it to the GM to ruin my plan. Let's... Any...
So, question?
25.
Yep.
Oh, actually, wait, no. It's not going to hit it. Never mind.
Hold on.
What is close to a car here?
It is, but I wanted to get in this... it's not highlighting. I wanted to get here.
Oh, okay.
This center right here, so that way it'll take like a full brunt of high.
Trying to hit both of those.
Yep.
Right, 10-foot radius. Mm-hmm.
You said ripped in half, right?
No, yeah. They're
Like,
the torso.
no hope.
The torso has been separated from the legs.
No. Got it.
Like his torso is somewhere off the map in the eastward direction.
Oh, good. Oh, okay. Fine then. Sure. Then there's not much to do for him.
They did.
God, let's see. Hold on. Let me check one thing real quick. I don't think I have anything that I can do at this moment. Actually, no. I'm going to inject myself with steroids.
Okay. So you hit yourself with some steroids and just right into the thigh, and you gain double movement speed, +2 to AC, the extra action, all the works.
Nice. So double move.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's. So technically, I could have 30 more.
Yeah, you can move another 30 feet if you so desire.
Oh boy, and me and my craziness, of course I desire. So 30 feet. Another action. I'm gonna hold my action, and I'm going to drop the gun and pull up. Well, no, that would no. Never mind. I'm just going to stay there, and that's the end.
Well, you do still have a whole nother action if you want to do anything with it.
Yeah, I was going to drop the Glock and pull out the the knife.
Okay.
The one that I just picked up.
The kukri?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm gonna turn.
Okay, yeah, you could get that done with that.
Okay. For some odd reason, I thought it was more than that. But yeah, okay.
No, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can, because it would be a free action to put away, to holster the gun, and then you could use that extra action to pull out the blade. Okay. Or you could have used that action to fix the gun, or whichever case may be.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you've got the kukri in hand. Next up is Katara.
Yeah, if this thing moves forward again
you want to try and catch it in this kill zone
in this
here?
General direction. Yep, I want to fire it in that kill zone.
All right. So holding your action again. Next up is Kevin.
I have a plan. Okay.
Let's hear it.
I'm going to move Kevin first, right here. And then he is just within range for his next move. He wants to test out something new.
Uh-oh.
He reaches in his pockets and he pulls out a vial.
Uh-oh.
He's going to throw it. It's called volatile reaction.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Oh boy.
So I think you could throw that, like 30 feet. It'll hit it right there.
Yep.
And yeah, that'll just.
That'll just hit.
that'll hit it.
Just hit.
So I think it needs to make a dexterity saving or mobility saving throw rather.
I always end up saying that.
Yeah, I know. You have to roll the damage, and it has to roll to see if it halves that damage.
Okay.
Which in natural 20s.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take half of this damage, but it still takes quite a bit of damage as Kevin throws this vial out in that direction, and just like it shatters, and the chemicals that come out of it mix together and just ignite into this sudden fireball explosion that radiates out from that area.
All right, that's a 5d6 then.
10d6 actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, but didn't you say half the damage?
No. You roll all the dice, and then we reduce that damage by half.
Okay. 1 second.
I feel like this thing is just like
I'm getting any
hit.
modifiers?
No modifiers.
Just the dice.
Just the dice.
Okay.
This thing is just like I'm getting hit by everything.
Okay, so
I know.
17.
Yeah, so
17
reduces
damage.
it to 17 flame damage. All right, so it just like as it's darting down this sidewalk and kind of going between the road, this fireball goes off and it just like slicks back and forth and dodges it and jumps off the wall where it can, but still seems to have caught some licks of flame. So that's Kevin's turn. Back up to the top of the round will bring us to Mr. G.
That was a lot of damage. You want it to come this way, right? For the big boom?
Yeah, at least if it can get here, or if it decides to go here, like.
All right, so I'm quickly gonna like handspring out the window and get to there.
All right.
All the while.
Well, how much movement was that? You just
That was 30.
Okay. I'll say normally like vaulting through openings would take half move,
okay.
so you either go 5 feet less or you can make an acrobatics check to try and cancel it out.
The acrobatics check is part of it, my movement?
Yeah. But it comes with some risk if you fail it, obviously, but it would cancel the movement if you succeed.
I'll do it carefully, just making it look stylish. I'm not going to, I don't need to go very far.
Yeah, so
I'm
5
just
feet
moving my
less.
full distance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I believe that was it. I'm going to, there we go. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot at it. I got a suppressor on, but I want to try to make some noise and bring it this direction.
All right, yeah. I mean, you're not hidden at this point, so it does notice you running about.
I was debating whether I should hide first, but I want to bring attention to myself, seeing as I've been doing a lot of damage already.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to try to get its aggro. How fast does it look like it's been moving so far?
Pretty fast.
Whew.
Above average.
Okay, above average. This is with headshot.
Okay.
14.
14 just misses since it has cover. I'll hold on. Let me draw that line again.
If I was shooting it in the foot.
Yeah. All right,
close.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it. No cover.
I can move out of cover if you need me to. I'll be a little bit closer to it.
That's
I don't
true.
want to.
That technically would have taken the same amount of movement. Or a similar amount
no,
of
I
movement.
can get there.
Oh, okay. You can get there. Oh, yeah, I'll say that last line was pretty convincing anyway. But I'll say you do still have to move there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll say you could have made the
I'll move
attack
there.
without the cover because I did forget to specify beforehand. So that just hits then.
Then just straight weapon damage, no
Yeah, it's just no sneak attack.
no sneak attack and all the fancy stuff. Oh, I still get spotted
Mm-hmm. That's true.
with headshot. Oop. 29.
All right.
29 points of damage. That's like half of what I did before.
Yeah, so you just put another 3-round burst into it, and it scatters across its chest, and it is eyeballing you now.
All right, I'm going to
Having already been looking for you as well.
bonus action dash. I just forgot I can do that. And get not there. I wanted to get. Oh my gosh! 25 feet to here. I'm moving 30 feet backwards, so I'm actually off the map.
So you're going off the
But
grid.
I'll put, technically, but I'll go right here.
All right, gotcha.
Move out to the middle of the street, shoot at it, and go like, "Arr!" And I'm moving back behind-ish where Katara is at.
All right. So you move back there. That's the end of Mr. G's turn. And next up, the cops are dead. So the U3 is going to go next. Let me make a quick behind the screen roll.
You can't say make a quick behind the screen roll.
Well,
You just do it and say something happens. We wonder what we did wrong.
I would just want you to know that it was down to a dice roll, but it is going to go down across in this direction.
Okay, cool.
But when it
Alright.
gets to this area, you do get to take your held action. So you lob that grenade round,
Yeah.
which it's going to make. It's going to make a mobility save,
Yeah.
and which I think fails.
Oh yeah, that fails. Let me roll that.
So it's going to take full damage. Well, before you roll... Well, actually, no, yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to roll for those... Actually, no, I'm going to see what the damage is first. Because this is technically going off of whether you can do so much damage to these vehicles.
19. Explosive.
Okay, 19 points of explosive damage to the creature and to the surrounding vehicles would be...
Vehicles take double.
Yeah, doubled. So... Yeah, that'd be around 38, or rather, no, yeah, that's right, 38 points of damage. I will say you put that explosion down, and it's like, and there's just like a massive destructive radius, and the cars look quite damaged, but they don't quite detonate. But because this was a held action and not an opportunity attack, you technically get your full round of attacks. So before it moves on from that area, you can make your second attack.
Yes, I'm gonna do that again.
Because this is technically the full attack action that you're taking here.
Yep. All right, cool. And I'm just gonna fire it again.
So, another save from it.
17.
All right.
And let me see. Yeah, so it'll take half from that one.
Okay. Yeah. So that's reduces 8 points. Okay. So it takes less damage from the second attack. It's more prepared for the second grenade coming down downrange. But those two cars that are on either side of it just detonate and add some extra combustion to the force. I'll say add another 4d8 explosive damage to this. We'll say.
Okay.
2d8 from each
17
vehicle,
again.
so another 17 towards it. All right. So, and yeah, and these two vehicles are out of commission and just obliterated. All right.
Okay, cool.
So it started making that movement, and I think that was all in the middle of its turn. So I don't believe it's used its action yet. It just used its movement to get this far. Yeah, it's going to have to dash. So it is going to use its action to dash and get into this sort of area with both of you.
Okay.
So that is going to be the end of its turn. Next up is going to be Sarah.
I'm gonna make this real easy. Or she's just dashing.
All right. So you have 60
So
feet of
that's-
movement by default.
Right, so 6. Let me actually see how far 60 will get me first.
Really far.
Really far, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not used to all this. 60 here.
Wait, hold on,
Yeah,
Raph, really
there
quick.
you go. Uh-huh.
It moved up to right here.
Uh-huh.
Is that all of its movement? Because I'm technically 5 feet off the map, or could it get to? Is it within melee of me?
That was all of its movement. Yeah. That was as far as it
So
could
like
possibly get.
it stopped at that.
Yeah, so you're about 10 feet away
Okay.
from it.
Just making sure.
So if I dash, I would still technically have an action, right?
Yeah.
No.
Well, you haven't.
Oh, yes.
You haven't dashed. Yeah, but yeah, you would. You could use your action to dash, and you could use your steroid action to do something else.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. You get here. Kind of just looking around the car. Is this thing looking hurt?
The creature.
Like, yeah.
I mean, it's covered in char and soot, and it has been blown up several times by this point and riddled with bullets, some of which were pretty precisely placed. It looks like it's been pretty seriously hurt, but it looks like it's still got some fight left in it.
Right. She's actually going to stay put. But she's going to actually radio or not radio, get back in contact with Chauncey and let him know what's going on.
Okay, yeah, so you spend your round just like checking in on comms and just giving him an update of the situation.
We found out what it was.
All right.
We're taking care of it.
So that's Sarah's turn. Katara, your proper turn is up now.
All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. So with this thing pretty much right there, I just gotta get this as within. Wrong with any range within a point. So I'm gonna go through, and for her first action, because Mr. G is like 10 feet off the screen.
Yeah.
Well, 5 feet off the screen, 10 feet from the creature.
10 feet from the creature. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw a flash grenade pretty much like right in front of it. Like,
okay.
Pretty much like right here.
Yeah, kind of
so
like
she's just gonna.
Yeah. Using one of those flash grenades you got from Scorpion, just pull the pin and throw, and all right, it's gonna make a con save. Which it succeeds because it's against the DC of the item, which I think is a 10. So it is not.
Or well, my tool save. So it still.
Oh
passes
right,
it,
yeah. I think he uses. You could use that for grenades. I forgot. So yeah, it still succeeds. So it takes half of the damage from the flash grenade and is not stunned.
Okay.
So it takes 2 points of flash damage. It's worth a shot.
Okay. And then I guess.
Yeah, that does count as an attack, so you still can do one more thing.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna go through and throw another one.
All right. Playing the gamble game.
That would be crazy.
Flash grenade roulette. Yeah, still succeeds.
Right, no, that's fine, but it's fine. But you know what?
Yeah, always worth a shot. Ooh.
So 3 point.
Another point of damage that time. All right, so yeah, you just throw those 2 grenades out, just like double-handed grenades out, and just like, and it just like gets like disoriented for a second, but it's not enough to make any permanent difference.
So I know I'm within 5 feet of it, but I will take an opportunity attack to go this way.
Okay.
Unless I'm still within its reach.
I'm trying to think if it used. I'm trying to remember if those cops. No, that wasn't this round that it took it.
No, it hasn't used reactions.
Yeah. So yeah, it is going to take an opportunity attack against you with its pincer.
Okay.
Which hits.
All right. Yeah, that hits.
Which I guess I haven't rolled for its pincer damage yet. I just took average for the cops, so you take. 28 points of slashing damage as it clamps down on you as you're getting away.
Okay. So she's like, oh.
Yeah, it does some serious business.
She's like, that's not good. And I'm going to move her back here, or I guess before I move her back here, I'm going to bonus action Catalyst and then Flame Spray.
All right.
So let's see if this hits. Oh no, not that. 17.
Oh, 17 hits.
Alright, so she's gonna go in and just 16 flame.
Alright, 16. The fires just like wreathe around its slick looking skin. It seems like it's getting quite hurt at this point.
Cool. She's just gonna just kind of look at everybody and just be like, get it. Kill this thing. She's gonna like move back here.
All right. So that's Katara's turn. Kevin is up next.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna guess if I dash, I can't do any other action this round.
Yeah, you cannot unless you have some sort of bonus action, but
What would qualify as a bonus action again?
It has to specify. Any feature that says it can be done as a bonus action is a bonus action.
Okay.
But most things are actions.
Alright.
Unless you're an agent.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to move. I am going to move my normal range. And I'm not at optimal range for it, but I'm going to load my crossbow with another explosive bolt.
Okay. That actually takes an action to load, unless you have the launcher expert feat.
What? Aren't I an expert in launching, though?
Did you take that universal feature?
Oh, the launcher mastery.
Yeah, launcher mastery, that's what it is.
No, I did. Nope.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, in that case, for you, it's an action to load it. So you could use your action to get that done.
Alright.
So, Kevin's in position. That's the end of your turn. Next up, back up to the top of the round to Mr. G.
10 feet away, right?
10 feet away.
So I can move and get out of it and leave. I'm assuming it doesn't have reach.
Well, I'd already used its... Well, it's technically in your round.
I'm at the top.
Yeah, you're at the top.
So I'm backing up. If I need to, I'll disengage bonus action, but... do I don't...
You see it winding up for something.
I don't know if that's a question I'm allowed to ask.
Yeah, it looks primed to
bonus action
do some
disengage.
sort of attack on you.
All right, bonus action disengage, run backwards. No, I'm gonna run through it. Can I do that?
Through it?
No, because I'm here, so that would be like I'm just gonna add 5 to this.
So you're gonna go around?
That would be where I can get. I would try to go around 25. No, that's what I thought. That'd be 35 feet if I did that. I'm going to run in the... It's going to catch me regardless. I'm going to run towards Katara.
Okay, so you're not disengaging?
No, disengage, bonus action, disengage. Gotcha. Running towards Katara, which I think this is as far as I can get.
All right.
Yeah, because that extra diagonal would put me at 10 feet. What was it? Here. And I'm going to take shots at it while running.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll once you get yourself to...
Try to figure out where I'm going.
Such a range.
Headshot. Yeah, that's all I can do.
All right.
And it's not... the flash didn't do anything, right?
No, it is not stunned.
9.
Doesn't hit.
9! That's what I thought.
You aim a little too high and just like... into the building bricks above it.
I'm going to I think that's all I can do actually. I think I've exhausted my... All right. I'm gonna sit here and cower.
So
this is gonna hurt.
Yeah, because next up is you three's turn.
This is about to hurt a lot.
This is about...
Yeah, this is gonna hurt.
This is gonna take a full round of attacks. First is going to be pincers to Katara. It's 20 to hit.
Okay.
Next is pincers to Sarah. It's 23 to hit, and lastly,
20 to hit.
and lastly, tentacle to Mr. G. 15 to hit.
So, all right, so it hits a few people.
Yeah, it hits. The two ladies.
I'm just gonna reaction obscuring cloud myself.
Okay, so you just and just like vanish behind this quick puff of smoke as you.
Yeah, so that's 22 AC right there.
Yeah, so you're clean for that hit, but Sarah's about to take some damage as it cleaves at you with these pincers. That is 26 points of slashing damage.
Let's see. just a second here.
And Mr. G actually didn't get hit.
I didn't get hit,
The squishy one didn't get hit.
thankfully. Although I realized
I know.
actually, I'm actually a little bit fine. I thought I would die if it hit me once, but I'm actually pretty. I realized I could.
That's true. Also, the tentacle was smaller, but yeah. So that is the end of its turn. Next up is going to be Sarah.
Okay. So, I'm going to reach into my pocket and pull out a glass bottle. And as I'm running this way, I'm going to stop here and drop the glass bottle on the ground. This is bad, but
What are you?
you'll find out.
All right.
And it's healing gas.
Ah.
Does it list any exemptions on the healing gas for what kind of creatures don't get affected by it?
I'm gonna look quick here.
I believe it's undead and constructs.
Okay.
Just
no.
off memory.
Is creatures within 10 feet. This has no effect on undead or constructs, right? Yeah. And it is 4d4. Do I get the
Well, you can
intelligence modifier to this?
you can throw it behind you guys.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, if it wouldn't reach
But-
Mr. G, but you could
I
do
don't need
that if you.
I don't need it.
Yeah, I saw
Want to-
somebody pointing with an arrow, and I was
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was looking
Alright,
around.
yeah,
I'm like,
well,
If you
we'll
want
put
to avoid healing
here.
the
Yeah.
creature.
Yeah. So
Is it?
yeah, putting it here would be fine. Throwing it there.
I do believe that stays for a while, and you can stay there and heal up, right? Or is that just
No,
one
that's-
innocent area?
It's
That's
just
one.
instant.
But-
Yeah, I do
Might be a
believe
different one
with
that
this
does
healing
that.
gas. There's a poisonous one that stays for a while, but not a
Yeah.
healing
Oh,
one.
right, because I made the poison ones.
Yeah,
I
you
figured
did.
they acted the same.
I think that was higher tier though,
Alrighty.
because the poison ones Emil got to were instant as well.
Okay.
There's a higher tier one though that's basically a lingering poison. So
Got
go
it.
ahead and roll that. And yeah,
Alright.
because of your surgeon feature, you can add your intelligence modifier to this.
Sweet. 4. Alrighty, give me just a second here, because I.
Katara, you're on deck after.
yeah.
15 points
Okay.
of healing to both of us.
To Sarah
Cool.
and Katara.
Yep.
All right. So
Yeah, so she throws
My
that down
turn.
and just like this green sort of like herb-like gas just emanates out from it and invigorates the two of you. So if that's all Sarah's gonna do on
Oh.
her turn.
Yeah, I'm also going to take my other action and stab it.
Other action. Oh right, your hasted action. Yeah, from
oh
Yeah.
yeah,
steroid.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, never mind. It's 23. I was gonna say your AC went up. It's 23 to hit.
yeah. Yeah, it rolled very well
It's-
against her.
Yeah. Yeah, plus 2 AC. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah. So that's not what I wanted to do. I put just the 15. I'll fix it in a second, but
Oh boy, yeah, where'd your hit points go?
Yeah, I did it wrong. But I'm going to fix that once
Oops.
it's not my turn. That's finesse, so that's mobility, new weapons, man. So that's 2.
What's the? Yeah, it'd be the same thing as pretty much another knife attack, but just with a +1 to attack and damage rolls.
Yep. So that's 2, so that's 3. Go. I didn't see it.
15 hits.
Awesome. So we'll take the damage. What's the damage just real quick? It's a D6.
Should be a D6 plus, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
It's on your thing.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get it over with here so that I don't have to take up too much time. Let's see. So that's just +1.
Should be +2, I think, if you
Oh,
have
+2.
a
3.
if your mobility modifier is +1.
It's
Or-
+2.
Wait, your mobility modifier is +2.
Yeah.
So
Then you add +3.
yeah, so then it would be
So
+3.
So it's
So that's
so it's
4
5.
points of damage.
Or 4. 4
Also, I
points.
think
You're-
medics are
yeah.
proficient in edge weapons, right?
Yeah, so your attack roll would have been much higher, but yeah. So
Yeah,
takes
that's
that damage.
So, right. Yep. And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Now Katara's up.
All right, so my first action, I'm shell skinning.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna, because my obscuring cloud runs out right now. So,
Mhm.
gonna get up 20 AC.
Mhm.
She's like, all right, cool. And then I'm gonna, my next action, I'm gonna go through and I'm going to, I'm gonna, you know what? I'm not gonna bonus enhancer the stuff, but I am gonna shoot a thing within the point right here,
Oh, putting a grenade round behind it.
or I should say probably right here, so that way it doesn't like hit the car.
Oh
'cause I
yeah.
don't want us to blow up the car.
It's fair. It's fair.
Now you're not trying to hit the car.
Yeah.
Now,
So
now I'm not trying to hit the car. It's right there. So
all right. So it's just a regular explosive round.
yeah, regular explosive round
All right. Mobility save.
coming up at it.
You have 2
19.
attacks? Or 2 attacks?
Wait, no, you're right, because that was an action
Oh,
to
yeah.
do that. It would be an action to start to do an attack.
You have 2
So-
attacks, not... Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
okay. Well,
If you
That's
take,
cool.
Yeah, I think you've got a steroid, though.
I do. Or,
I'm not...
hold on. Do I still have my steroid?
Don't know how long it's going to last, though. It's been hit a bunch. You said it was looking rough?
it's looking kind of rough, yeah.
You know what?
Not very
I do
rough,
have
but
a
kind of
steroid.
rough.
Kind of rough.
Yeah.
I do have a steroid.
I
So is it
think... Right.
possible to take the steroid and then get?
I will
You
say,
have to do that or shell skin.
well, but if you
or-
take the
or self-skin
steroid,
and
you
then
would
do it.
get, yeah, you would get an extra action. So I would allow you to, I would say retroactively, you could have taken the steroid and then used the bonus action that you get
And
from
then
that to
use
shell
the
skin. Yeah.
use the bonus. Oh, yeah. No, I'm just gonna stick with what I have then.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna take. I'm gonna take attack of opportunity for the team.
All right. Actually, no. I think it was
Um,
this round that Mr. G took an attack of opportunity, right? No, you disengaged.
Nope. Disengage.
Yeah.
Disengage.
That's right. So yeah, you.
So I will.
Yeah,
Although,
it
no,
does
you're
have
the
its
only-
reaction.
You're going last. The next round, it'll have its disengage or its thing again.
That's true.
Or no, you have to take it anyways, though.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
kinda, if you're intent on moving, you're gonna have to take it.
Yeah. So I'll take the attack of opportunity. Hope it doesn't hit me. If it does, whatever. But then I'm gonna flame spray it with bonus action
All right, so
and catalyst.
the pincer.
Oh!
Well, that's a natural 20.
I've already done the math on this one. So let's see that roll.
Good thing you've got a healer again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I've seen the math on this one, so
All right, this is gonna be a little rough.
Oh.
As 54
All right.
points of slashing damage.
all right. So
Of fire damage?
Slashing.
So all right.
Oh, this is for...
Yeah, this is for
The
the
attack.
the opportunity attack. So you're getting away, and it just does this big
Yeah.
just around your waist, which you just have to like pry yourself out of, and it just like skids along. If it weren't for that shell skin, you would just like Katara would have been chopped in half.
She was like, oh. She looks over at Sarah's, just like, I'm gonna need some heals after this. And then let's hope this hits. This hits.
Yeah, 17 hits.
Cool. All right. and then flame spraying it again. 15 flame.
All right. And that's Katara's turn?
Yep, that's her turn.
All right, Kevin, you're up.
I'm in a bad position here. Really bad position. You all should have moved. You all really should have moved.
I mean, I did.
I'm back on the map now.
Come on, what's Kevin doing?
Okay. Remind me, can I fire weapons that I don't have proficiencies in?
Yes.
Yeah, you can. You just won't be able to add your proficiency bonus.
It's just straight ability.
Okay.
Mm.
Well then. Alright, I'm gonna move first and foremost. Yeah. Right here.
Also, you might want to turn on snap to center for your
I was gonna say, yeah,
arrows.
Yeah, okay.
It's always helpful.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
because it tells you exactly how much.
And that being said, I am going to use... Wait a minute, did I get any ammunition? Oh crap, I didn't, did I?
The weapon comes with usually come full.
Are you using Scorpion's triple shot?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
thinking-
she was fully loaded. There's a full magazine.
Oh, nice. Get a +2
Alright.
on that anyway.
Katara has all the reloads, but you still have a full mag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, then I'll roll a d20 and see if I can't...
Yeah, so it's just plus your mobility modifier, since you're not
And
proficient.
then-
Does you not get the +2?
Oh,
to
right,
it
yeah,
as well?
plus the items
plus
bonus.
2. Yeah.
Yeah, so +2. Your mobility modifier +2. Since it's a +2 weapon.
Okay.
Kobe.
Oh.
Unfortunate. You fire off 3 rounds and just which kind of go off wide as you're trying to avoid your teammates and are just unexperienced with the recoil of this weapon.
Watch it, soldier boy.
Sorry. I suppose...
So I think that's pretty much everything Kevin can do.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
So, back up to the top of the round brings us to G.
I'm going to bonus action disengage
All right.
and head just straight back to there. And I'm going to shoot at it some more.
All right.
I've got 2 more rounds of this before I run out of ammo.
Here's hoping.
No, I'm not hoping to run out of ammo. Oh, wait, no.
Yeah.
No, I don't get advantage. I still get...
You would
if I hit,
yeah, if you hit, you get sneak attack.
but no
Because of
advantage.
Sarah, but no advantage.
Headshot.
Correct.
Doesn't matter. I jam. Oh. Wait. Does the HK jam?
I think it still does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, it jams.
Yeah, so unfortunately that weapon is jammed up.
Alright. So what's your 2 rounds of this? I'm going to figure out how to clear them. I'm sitting here just trying to clear this breach now.
Yeah. And you're out of ammo with it.
No, I have 1 more. Next round would have been my last one. I have 3 more shots.
Oh, I see.
But-
3 more, as in, yeah, no, I thought you were saying you had 3 more rounds.
Oh, no. Yeah, 1 more combat round of attacks
I
with
see.
this weapon, which has been reduced to 1.
Yeah. All right. Well, in any event, that is going to be G's turn.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Next up, the U3 is going to do a full round of attacks against the 2 that are in front of it. First off, well, actually, first it's just going to do 1 pincer attack against Sarah. That is a 17 to hit. Which you remember you have a +2 to AC.
That actually doesn't hit.
Oh, sweet. So yeah, it just like shing, and you just like duck underneath. It is actually given that it took some fire damage from you. It is actually going to move up here, and it is going to make its second pincer attack against you. It's a 27 to hit, and it's also going to reach back with its tentacle and attempt to at Katara, which is a 13 to hit, doesn't hit. So the tentacle you just like dodge right out of the way of, but little
What's the
Kev.
damage? What's the damage? Let's see it.
Oh, you're about to hear the damage. That's a 22 points of slashing damage. Pincers clamp down on you. That's not good news for squishy little Kev. So that is going to be its turn, though. Sarah is up next.
Okay, let me see what is happening here. Oh boy, this is bad. This is all bad. She's just gonna, her first attack, or for her first action, she's gonna stab it.
All right.
I did find out that it is actually a +2 weapon.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, right. So even higher bonus. So mobility modifier plus proficiency bonus +2.
Yeah, I got. Yeah, I actually figured it. There we go. 18.
18 hits.
Awesome. And then 1d6 plus
Plus your mobility modifier +2.
3, 5.
Yeah.
So, no. 4. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, because it's a 2. My mobility is 2 and it's a +2.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah. That's
10.
Whew, max damage.
Yeah.
All right. So you just like stab into the like that big, nasty looking bug-like lower body.
Yep. And she's going to take the opportunity attack if it has one, and she's gonna come over here and throw a bottle of healing gas.
Okay.
That shouldn't hit them, right?
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, it is going to take
dying today.
an opportunity attack with its actually with its tentacle.
Oh, good.
19 to hit.
Actually, that just hit.
Okay.
That's with the new AC.
So that hits, and okay. So instead of dealing damage, it's actually going to grapple you as it shoots its tentacle out and like wraps around your waist, and it could actually pull you up to 5 feet closer, and it's going to throw you here.
Awesome.
Why? This ruins my plans.
But you can still
plans.
So
Mine too. Don't worry.
you can still throw your thing out, but you're just grappled.
Cool.
Yeah, grapple
Awesome.
doesn't affect your actions; just prevents you from moving.
Okay, sweet. So, yeah, that's my turn. I'm gonna throw.
Right.
Oh, I need to roll for that.
Yeah. Roll your healing
Yep,
for you and
yep.
Kev.
Wait a minute. Since it's grappling me, doesn't it also get healed?
Like stat wise, like you're technically right here. Like it's.
Do we?
Oh, okay.
We're going.
Don't we use? Oh, I know it's grappled. But it.
Yeah.
Here and
she
got
was here
moved
and
there.
got moved 5 feet closer. Yeah. So she's still out of it.
12.
It's 12 points of healing to the both of you.
Amy.
See.
And that is going to be Sarah's turn. Katara's up next.
That is my turn.
Yeah, I'm firing 2 grenade launcher rounds at this dude right here.
All right.
I'm firing it right here so that way that radius pops up to there.
Gotcha. So it's going to be 2 mobility saves. Nat 20 is the first one.
Yep.
And fails the second
nope.
one.
So 1, 2. Oh, it failed the second one.
Oh,
Nice.
I failed the bigger one. Yeah, so that's 9 points from the first one and 25 from the second one. It's just like... It just gets bombarded from behind, and it like stumbles, and it actually needs to make strength saves to see if it maintains its grapple.
I'm gonna flame spray it too. So.
All right. Yeah, expend those chemicals. So it would have been that succeeds on the first one. The second one's gonna be DC 12. Nat 20s. Yeah, so you're still grappled. And that 25 hits on the flame spray.
11.
Okay, so you just like run a bombing run on its backside and then just light it up with some fire. It is looking very, very hurt, and also needs to make another strength save, which it succeeds. So,
That she's
yeah,
just looking.
it's looking rough.
Can she see?
It's looking rough.
Can she like? No, she can't see Mr. G. Yeah, no.
Nah.
So she's just like, someone finish this fucking thing.
So
And that's her turn.
that's Katara. Next up is Kevin.
Okay.
It doesn't have a reaction though.
It doesn't. So you're pretty much free to move.
Okay. Yeah, it can't react because it's holding.
Well, it's
my
also
sister.
yeah,
It
also
used
because
that-
it
yeah.
expended its reaction to grapple her to begin with.
Man, I can't even shoot it with an explosive bolt because.
But I mean,
you can hit it with the
you
explosiveness.
can-
Yeah, like I said, you can
Yeah.
intentionally miss if you so choose and just hit it with the explosive aspect. But yeah, but it would. I think it's to save or don't take any damage at all in that case, though, for that particular weapon. Since this is supposed to be an addition to hitting it directly, so it's a little risky, but can be done. Or if you have anything else you want to cast that might be more useful, it's up to you.
Ooh.
It's too risky. I'm taking another shot with a triple shot.
Okay, you'd be at disadvantage at this range. Because you're too close to
I
it.
can move back. I can move back first. Yeah. I'll move right here.
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
And this time it hits.
All right.
So you
And
fire
I
another
will-
3-round burst with this well-balanced handgun that you guys took off of Scorpion. So go ahead and roll the damage on that,
All right.
adding your mobility and that +2. Which I guess is the same as your attack roll, since you can't add proficiency.
What's your mobility? +2?
His mobility would have to be a
thought it was-
+1.
Mobility.
Yeah, it was
mobility
plus-
is
Oh,
+1. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So in total, it's a +3.
All right,
so
the
same
weapon
roll.
is a +2.
That's a D20.
Oops.
Oh, that
And yeah, and
no.
you got a nat 20 on a D20, but that's not needed. Yeah, it should be 3d6 for a full 3-round burst with that.
Yeah, 3d6 plus.
Nice.
All right. So you fire 3 rounds into it and just like, let go of my sister, and just, and yeah, those bullets strike across it. It seems like those bullets like pierce through its side, and you can see like exit wounds punching out the other side. It seems quite heavily hurt, and it needs to make a strength save, which it still succeeds. So it's still grappling Sarah.
Well, you know what they say about creatures close to death.
They're gonna die soon.
Yes, and their strength is strongest at the point of death.
until I kill
Something
it.
like that.
Well, let's see what Mr. G has to say about that, because you're up next, back up to the top of the round.
Stow away that dysfunctioning handgun. Although I realize after thinking about it and looking at my character sheet, I may have been accidentally cheating, because I realized there's shots that I used at the bar that I hadn't reloaded from, unless I want to retroactively reload. But I would have had to do that while on the run.
Yeah.
Because I was going off the full mag that I have on my character, but on my sheet I have 6 bullets off.
Mm-hmm.
Which means my last round would have... Anyways, I'm going to stow the handgun. Nope, can't stow and pull out weapon at the same time.
You could just drop it, yeah.
And knife. And I'm going to... bonus action hide behind here and just like sneak.
I would say, yeah.
I was here.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty... That's...
I'm gonna go flush against the wall. I'm gonna,
yeah.
Just gonna.
I'll say you might have to back up 1 square further if you want to hide.
So that is there. I can swipe at it.
All right, make your stealth check first. My pop filter keeps falling down on this new setup.
Dude, I don't even have my pop filter up.
Yeah.
I just realized. I realized also my attack bonuses have gone up for my weapons that I hadn't taken in.
Oh, from leveling up?
Yeah.
Yeah, your proficiency went up. That's right. And you haven't been using that?
It was 1 more to all my attacks.
Yeah, I don't know if you missed any by
attacks,
1, but if you did, that would have sucked. All right, so go ahead.
Indeed, it would have.
What is this? Is this a...
Oops, I don't... This is my stealth, but that's plus 13. 18.
Okay.
18 stealth.
All right. So, yeah, you get back there, wait for the opportune moment where it doesn't seem to be looking, and then sneak back out. You seem unseen.
As it's trying to kill Sarah, I'm gonna walk up behind it and just with my combat knife.
All right.
That is 26.
That hits. Roll your damage.
I think this is the first time I used the new combat knife. Sneak attack, because he's technically in. Oh no, I get
advantage.
I'll say it right. And this is 32 points of knife damage.
Wow.
Well,
Stick it right in the leg.
How do you want to do this?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna climb it.
That escalated quickly. From sticking to the leg to, all right, you're getting on top of this.
No. Same thing. I'm gonna, I'm coming up behind, and I, switch it to ice pick grip, and I'm gonna come around and, cut one of the back legs so it kneels down, jump, and, jump onto that fallen leg, get up onto its, shoulders, and just bring it down onto its neck.
Ah, nice. With those 2 slashes, or that slash followed by a stab, you feel this creature just let out a loud roar right in Sarah's face. As Sarah, you feel the tentacle around your waist start to loosen. And as you just bear down on it and the blood starts to seep from its heel, and you just press down into its neck, staying intimately close to it on its back as you just hold tightly and ride it as it crashes into the ground. And that's gonna be where we take our midpoint break. So, whew.
Oh, I didn't get my one-liner.
What's your one-liner?
Damn scorpions.
Well, you didn't get to do the finishing blow on your nemesis, but you got to take out her attack dog. So,
indeed.
We're gonna take a quick break. So we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Hope you all stick around. We'll be right back in just a moment. Last we left off, you guys had just concluded your battle with the massive creature that your enemies had unleashed in this city. And I guess you're still there, waiting in the middle of the street, as Mr. G has just finished it off. Here's some more sirens coming in the distance, but You seem to have the situation under control.
Yeah, we need to get out of here.
Kevin approaches Sarah and he looks her over. You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. We gotta get out of here. He's right.
Yeah, I agree. But thanks for watching my ass.
Always.
He
Yeah,
smells and he gives her a short hug.
I I told you nobody's dying today.
Good work. Good work.
You too. And she starts taking off.
I'm coming out the alley, clearing my weapon.
Okay.
And it's like, all right, let's go. We gotta get going. Guitar, don't touch that body. We have to run.
So you guys gotta move on. Chauncey comes in over the comms asking for updates.
She probably would want a sample. Can I just cut off like its arm or something?
Sure, you can cut off a bit of flesh. Yeah. She gets a small tissue sample.
Yeah.
Kevin reports to Chauncey and he says, we took care of it. The creature's dead.
Oh, well, that's good.
And we're getting out of the area.
Yeah, alright, you stay clear of that.
Wait, actually, if you want to make this official, you might want to have Sarah and Kevin stay back as BSA representatives.
True.
I'm the one running the reports here, so I'll just let them know that my people took care of it. But in the meantime, we're about 2:45, so you guys need to get moving. I'm sending Setsuko down to give you guys a ride. This thing's getting all out of proportion, so Far East Branch is sending more BSAA personnel to help deal with the local diplomacy.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you a number. I also have somebody who might help. I'm not sure.
Well, alright, you know the mission. Get to it. Setsuko, meet them out on the streets. She's like, oh, right, yeah, on it. You should be alright without me? And he's like, yeah, like I said, they're sending some more people. We have plenty of BSAA operatives to translate. But right now, getting to that virus before our enemies do is #1 priority. You said you didn't find those other snipers that were with Scorpion?
No, but I saw where they were heading, but I wasn't able to catch up.
Yeah. You think those guys are gonna cut and run now that their boss is dead, or think they're committed enough to the bit?
If you want, I can find out.
I guess there's only one way to find out. Either way, I don't think the Manifold's gonna let up. We still need to do our job.
And just so we're clear, our mission is to eliminate the Manifold, right?
Ultimately, yes. But we're also trying to keep them from getting a hold of the viruses. They know where one's at, and then they might keep sending people there. We need to find a way to secure it.
Let's go to the virus. Suzuko, get down here.
On it, boss! And, a few minutes go by, eventually, and she will stay in touch with you guys and let you know a street corner on which she can drive by to pick you guys up.
Mm-hmm. And getting into the car, everyone's here? Me, Sarah, Katara, Kevin's all here?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Except Katara, I can't. Man, I want to have a conversation with Katara and Sarah, but I need to talk with Sarah in private.
Sarah is scared.
No, it's not like just want to pull you aside at some point, but we're all in the car, so.
privately
for later.
in an aisle or in an alley with a knife to my throat.
Well, Katara doesn't
don't
know
worry.
Mr. G wants to have a conversation, so...
No, but I just freaking Mel does. Apparently, the alarm went off and he's waiting to go to the building. Is what happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dang.
So
Well,
it might be a while.
in the meantime, she starts driving you guys, and she's like, the estate we're going to is a bit on the outskirts of town, if I'm
Then
reading
book
my
it.
directions right. So yeah, we might be a little bit late to the meeting he designated, but yush, I'm on it. And she drives at an accelerated pace, bringing you guys across town. And oh, Mel's back.
Oh, back. Hey.
But-
Yeah, I'm.
Welcome back.
An alarm went off and we had to go outside. It was dumb.
Yeah, like I was wondering if you're fighting the fire department again.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, you guys are currently in a vehicle. Setsuko is driving you guys towards the Oshiro estate, and you guys are
Okay.
moving towards where the virus is at. I'll say,
So,
yeah.
but before we had left and everything, would it have been possible to like medical check or not medical science check that thing?
You took some. We had you take some tissue and blood samples because
Yes,
Lauren was
okay.
like, "Yeah, the Katara would want one," and so yeah, she does
Yes.
have a couple. So yeah, you can check on those later.
Awesome.
But yeah, they were. Yeah, you guys kind of left the scene in a rush, but
Get healed.
yeah, you guys could do any healing in the vehicle along the way if you guys so desire.
Is that enough for like a short rest?
It won't quite be a short rest. It'll be like a half hour. So healing would have to be done through casting, unless you're doing like a tend to the injured or something like that.
Yeah, I just don't have too much. I just I can just use I could use a short rest for hit die, but
Yeah, like I could
I don't have too much.
definitely use.
Can I use tend to the injured?
no.
Oh.
That takes an hour.
Oh,
No, that takes
okay.
that takes
no.
30 minutes. A short rest takes an hour. You can't short rest,
Right,
but
so-
if you have 30
yeah.
minutes, you can do tend to the injured.
Right, 10 to the injured's only an
Which,
hour. So you
yeah.
can do 2 of those into the short rest term period. So, right, got it.
So yeah, you could. I mean, you could cast that if you have it.
Yeah, you can do
I
that.
have tend to the injured and it's efficient use, so that's
So it'll cost one less because I think it requires 2
It's 2.
resources. Yeah,
Because that's what I did.
yeah, that's right. You used
Oh,
both
okay.
of yours on.
I
him.
had to take 2 for it.
Yeah.
okay. Actually, I can't do that then.
You don't have any resources?
I do not have any resources.
Oh no.
What do you need for it?
I believe it's chem material.
How many? Just one?
Just one.
That yeah. Here's one chem material.
So here's one chem
Alright.
material. Heal us.
Hold on one.
I need to get out of caution here.
One. Actually, don't think I've used this yet, so give me one moment.
Well, in the meantime, as you're finding that,
Yeah.
Mr. G, you
Sure.
actually get a ping on your communications device as you're coming along. Seems like your boss is pinging you.
Okay. Pull 'em up.
All right. He doesn't do a full-on, hologram call in, but he does go in.
I have that.
Well, it's a small hologram, we'll say, not a full projection. But you like hold up your watch,
yeah.
and your watch
I
makes
imagine
like it makes like a little platform that he's standing on.
That's how I imagined it. It's like
Yeah.
it's just a little thing, but I can project that out if I want to.
Yeah, so he's up there as a little guy, but Mr. Fox, little guy, Mr. Fox talks to you, a little blue, sort of staticky looking guy, and he's talking to you. He's just like, all right, 13 points of healing to everybody who will take it, and he talks to you. He's like, Mr. G, I've heard about some of the activity that's been happening in Tokyo. Is everything under control?
Everything is under control.
Well, it's been making local late night news. By morning, the whole city will probably be well aware of what's been going on. Probably national headlines soon after, international the next day.
Yeah, well, that's pretty tough. That wasn't much we could do, but we took out a target.
Target.
Yeah, we have Scorpion down, kill.
Confirmed. Well, that's very good. Well, I just want to inform you that our analysts have been running some intelligence on that Hiroki Oshiro that you're heading to. Have you met with him yet?
On the way.
Yeah. Good. Seems I've caught you just in time. Well, according to some sources that we have been pouring through, it seems Mr. Oshiro is in possession of an item of interest in addition to this virus that you're after.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of the Muramasa?
I'm familiar with the legend.
Yeah. Well, according to our sources, Oshiro is the one who possesses it now.
Alright, so you want me to get it?
If you can, consider it a... Sorry, that keeps hitting me right in the ears.
Put on mute.
But he's like, consider it a sub-objective. If you can get it, please do. After all, our enemies are powerful, and they fight dirty. They use bioweapons. All sorts of things we're not inclined to use. If we want to even the odds, then we're going to need more firepower. So if you could get
you think this sword's gonna get us more firepower?
Oh, this is more than just a sword. I would consider it Japanese steel, but this is a rifle.
Ah. I'll get that rifle.
Yeah. So, like I said, sub-objective, not high priority like the virus. But if you could
Understood.
convince him to part ways with it, then that could be a valuable boon in this battle we're fighting with the Manifold.
All right. I'll see what I can do. I'm gonna get that virus. I'll see what I can do about that. About the Muramasa.
Very well, I trust you to get it done. And then he just zoop.
So, Katara.
She's like,
You doing all right?
yeah, a little better.
I mean,
a little better.
Scorpion's dead now.
Yeah, but the said repercussions that she told me about her being dead.
That's what I mean. You all right?
If I have to lose everything to take them out, then I'm willing to. But the moment they touch or get anywhere near my family or near this is where it'll get very personal.
Yeah. It seems as this is actually getting a bit personal for you. Then, I've seen you're a little bit more engaged in these firefights. You tend to stick in the back, but you've really pushed yourself these last few fights.
Well, I mean, it's the only thing that I can really do to make sure that, I don't know, everyone I care about is safe. To be honest, I don't. While I'm huge into the whole idea of viral research, and there's something that I'm trying to prove with what I do.
And what's that?
Just the idea that these viruses, they were used for the wrong. When I was over at Nest, and my whole thing was set for improving human conditions. And this isn't to force it upon others. People could get this if they wanted. My idea is the whole thing for sickness, disease, longevity, not necessarily immortality, but longevity to help our race to overcome things. If people wanted these things, they could get it under the right circumstances. There have to be a lot of implications as to why somebody would want this. But in a medical field, when it comes to sickness and disease, even though I'm a chemist, I'm not really anything set for medical profession. It's something that I feel could help, and that's what I look to do with the viruses. Umbrella used it in the wrong ways back then, and I wanted to take it for a different spin in some manner. And now seeing that it's being used again.
Well, I told you about my sister, right?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
When we were in the
On Atlantis.
Atlantis, I told you about Mr. G told you about his sister who, when he was like trying to figure out your sexuality and your relationship with.
Oh yeah.
Then it's like, oh yeah, I've got a sister.
That's right. Yeah. So she's like, oh yeah. I remember.
Yeah. So there's something that she told me once. It's that the closet is suffocating. Stepping out of the closet is the most freeing thing you can do. So maybe this is a good thing for you. Maybe if people can see you for who you really are, they might be a little bit more forthcoming to your cause. Just saying, this might not be a bad thing for you then, if that's your goal.
It is. As long as I can help people, it's what I've wanted to do. That's why I joined Umbrella. Back then, it was to help, but then, well, everything happened. And then I saw them for what they were and decided I'm going to take my own spin with things, even if it gets this risky.
Yeah, it's commendable.
At this point, Kevin hears that and he just gives Katara a pat on the shoulder and he nods and says, "I hear you there. You're risking everything. And I guess in some ways I'm doing the same. Let me tell you something. Did you know that before she died, Archaea was planning to propose to me?"
No.
Yep.
No.
One day, when I was looking around my apartment that we were sharing, I found, I think, I look at Sarah, I'm pretty sure you're the one who told me about this.
Yeah.
I found in a drawer a box with 2 rings in it and a note. And this is the risk we take. This line of work, I suppose. He just says that quietly and then leans his head back, thinking.
It is a risk, but I will do everything in my power, even if it kills me, to make sure my family and my loved one are safe.
Well, I'm just going to put it out there. I'm going to do everything in my power, but I'm not if it kills me. This is a job.
That's true.
I may not have as much as a personal stake in this as you guys do, but I'll be here with you. I'll protect you. But I have a job to do, and I would like to continue doing it.
I understand that. I guess at the end of the day, what I'm doing is a job too. So I shouldn't probably take a high risk to die, but
Yeah, but your family is involved.
yeah. But at the
Give
end
it
of the
enough
day-
time. What's his name? Not Simmons. No, was it Simmons?
Walker?
The other guy, Walker. And at the end of the day, or eventually, Walker will probably have my family too, so just give it some time.
Oh, I cannot wait to take out the rest of his people. And then him. He is the one that stated that he had all this power and all this leverage over people. And I can't wait to strip that from him. And I want to be the one to take his life. So he understands that all that power that he has, that he got, is for naught. Because you don't fuck with family. That's what I consider each of you.
Well, I'll be right behind you when you kill them.
I hope so.
Really far away in the bushes somewhere.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So long as you leave a meal to me.
I'm trying to get his attention, but that guy is hard. I imagine he's got a thick skin.
Well, I mean, think about the good days with Emil before, I guess, he vanished. Yeah.
I've had no good days with that man.
That
Guy was a pain in the ass.
He had, hey, that house of his had some really good collector's editions for music. Depeche Mode was there, and that's gone for good. And a bunch of others. He was good to talk to when it came to, like, I guess older things. And was smart, so it helped whenever we were going out on missions. But yeah, no, he can die.
Yeah, I
He
imagine
can die. I
must...
just want his music collection.
Write me into your will before I kill you. Yeah, I imagine that must have been pretty close for you two, since you're probably the smartest ones in the room at any given time.
If it wasn't for Emil, I wouldn't have unlocked the potential of the virus in a positive light.
Well, that's steps in the right direction then. To make sure that you do continue to use it in the way that you intend, and you don't end up becoming like a meal. Because remember, he thought he was righteous.
Yeah.
Saw where that ended up.
Yep. And yeah, that's just something we have to take care of.
G just kind of looks back to Kevin, just like, she was gonna marry you?
Random.
Yes. Yes.
That would have been so bad for you, man.
I just
Ouch.
Okay.
I blink and I just my head like jolts backwards for a second. I'm sorry.
I would have had to come pay you a visit in the night. Say some mean stuff, throw some stuff around the house, probably burn a few things. It would have been bad. It would have been real bad for you. Should have seen what I did to the last person she dated.
Huh?
Oh God.
Oh yeah, what was that guy's name?
Wait, what?
Robert, I believe his name was. Was it Robert?
Robert.
Something like that. Yeah, I had to pay his parents a visit in the night and totally trashed their house. Told them never to see RK again. It's pretty great.
Wait, hold on.
Sorry, but that wouldn't have deterred me.
Yeah, I would have had to come back. Something
Oh,
you
no.
might have lost something that day, like a finger.
When did this happen?
Let's see. That was when was that?
Oh, that would have been years back. Yeah, that was like
A few years ago.
4 or 5.
Wow.
That was right after Archaea told told him what happened, and or like that was right after Ikea told him what she was made of. So we just had to make sure that he kept his mouth shut, didn't tell anybody about that. So I did my job. I would have had to do the same to you, Kev. So
Wow. She just kicks back. She's like, well, and that's new information.
oh yeah, that girl got a lot of people. Also a pain in my ass. That whole family was a pain in my ass. I had to make a lot of visits and scare a lot of innocent white people.
Oh. You know what?
More.
You're good at your job, and that's good to know.
What did you know about her father?
Foster, only what's in her file. Oh, her father.
Yes.
Only what's in his file. You've got a file on him. I'm not really keen on looking into people's files. I'm sure some other people are more interested in him than I am.
Oh. All right then.
I have a feeling he's gone. I don't know what happened.
We
to him.
don't know. We never saw him die.
No, we didn't. But he stayed behind.
Well, his whole family's dead if he's still alive, so, he's alone now.
I feel like that just means he has nothing left to lose, even more if he's still alive, and that's going to be really bad.
That's true. Someone's going to have to take him out one day, and then he'll... Wait.
If he's alive and still kicking, and has
punching.
nothing left to lose, well, I personally, I try to find him and be like, hey, you want to team up with me? Want to do this together?
I might have to pay you a visit sometime.
In fact, your house.
I was joking. Was I? Yeah, I was joking. Don't worry about it. We don't know where he is anyway, so it's a what if.
Yeah.
At this point, Setsuko's just like, I don't mean to break up this buddy talk here, but we're coming up on the manor. And you see ahead, if you look out your windows, the road is approaching a hill, and there's a well-lit manor that can be seen at the top of that hill off in the distance. And so she begins traversing the vehicle up that hill by a long, windy, isolated road, which, after about a minute or a couple minutes more travel, brings you to the front gates outside the yard. It's a little bit past 3 by the time you guys arrive, but you arrive at those gates.
I would like to have a perception check here.
For what are you looking for?
Ask what you want to look for first.
I want to see if there's any signs of a mess or any sort of a struggle or
Yeah, make
conflict.
a perception check.
All right, let's see. Perception. Okay, there it is.
So, from what you can see from outside these gates, looks pretty normal. You see on the other side of the gates, there's the manor house and what looks to be like another guest house. But you see a number of with that check, you see a number of guards walking the premise. This place seems quite well protected, especially seeing. Oh, excuse me, as you're stopped at the gates outside, and Setsuko rolls down her window, and there's like this sort of telecom panel by the driver's side that she's like preparing to buzz into.
Could we have had her bring down all our equipment from the room? Because all my stuff was up there.
Yeah. I would say so. Yeah, she probably.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, she
Just
probably.
threw some bags on her, and she's just like.
When Chauncey
Just
sent her
carrying
down, he would have sent her with all the gear you need. So
Okay. Could I? Because I was gonna say with that, I want a change of clothes to that tux or the formal wear that I got in
the waiter outfit.
stole from someone's room. No, the formal wear that I
the
got
formal
from the
wear.
room.
Gotcha. So you're changing in the back.
Yeah, because I'm supposed to be I'm supposed to be the face for this, so
Yeah. And it is an SUV, so you got plenty of room. You know, if you just like slip to the back and start changing.
I guess if anybody looks,
If anybody sneaks a peek.
if anyone's sneaking a peek, no. He's not really too modest or anything, so he'll just start changing where he is.
All right.
But you'll see a lot since he's a lot more closer now. And the last time you saw his tattoos, he was in a firefight, and they're all like his makeup was all smearing. But this you can actually see since when he takes his shirt off, just his arms are all what do you call it?
Like covered?
Makeup. So like at some point, like halfway up his arm, like you can see where the makeup stops and it starts fading back into like full tattoos, just completely everywhere all over his body. On his chest, he has this giant pentagram with a bunch of fairly racist tattoos on. He's got like a swastika right in the center of it with like a lightning bolts on his pecs, and you can very much tell now that he's like this close. These are like prison tats.
Kevin notices that and he tilts his head and asks, narrowing his eyes, and he asks, "Did you take some time?"
Nope.
No?
No, but I do know a guy who's really good at prison tats.
Oh, I see. No.
Insight check. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, you can make an insight check if you so
I
desire.
think I will, actually.
Actually, you know what? I'm actually going to do that.
Just in the middle of changing, he's just like, so he's like, his face is all. Actually, Kevin hasn't seen it before.
That's true.
Katara and Sarah are the only ones who hadn't seen it before. But his face is fully clean, but his face and arms are fully clean because there's a bits that stick out of his clothes, but everywhere else that's underneath is fully tatted up.
Yeah, Katara just doesn't care. She's just like, you know what? Everybody, you do you.
She's not even interested.
15.
15, 14.
Yeah, she passes a medium DC. Is there anything you want to
DC?
You want to reveal that she discerns?
I haven't done time. Oh, well, she gets that. Seeing as this whole conversation, I'll just say that seeing this whole conversation that we went through, he seems pretty genuine in this kind of like this banter, and he hasn't changed from that kind of genuine forthcomingness. Yeah, I mean, it's part of the job. I got to do some time on the streets, but I have to look the part. So wherever I go, I mean, you can see right here, this is a tat for, and he just starts like naming like different, just like starts listing gangs that he's affiliated with on the East Coast, on the West Coast. Like, it's like, oh yeah, it's like you got the Irish Mob, you have the Aryan Brotherhood. Over here in the back, we have, and then he just starts like naming off a bunch of really white, aggressive gangs that he's associated with, and he's like, yeah, I used to kill for those guys professionally before I joined the CIA.
Huh. Well,
Fun fact.
interesting.
Seeing as we're being a little honest right now.
All right. To each their own.
Yeah, but you know,
You're
everything I
good
say is a
now.
lie, so.
Good now.
So you get suited up, and Setsuko is just like, what do I say to the buzzer? I mean, we did get a legitimate meeting, right?
Yep, Mr. G is here for his 3 o'clock.
Wait, I actually say that?
Yeah. Or whatever time it was that we were.
Okay. And she just like hits the buzzer, and there's like a.
Who was the name of whoever I was referred to by the people that I contacted back in.
Yeah, they
before
were.
he left.
I would say you could have gotten like a reservation by Mr. G if you so chose.
Well, I was gonna say, Mr. G is here for 3 o'clock. With referred to by.
Yeah. Give her a contact name if need be.
Yeah.
So I
should be on the list.
Hits the buzzer. He's just like, hello, and somebody responds in Japanese on the other end. There's a brief back and forth between them in Japanese. And then after a moment, the gates seem to start opening. She's like, okay, we're in. Now, I believe Oshiro-san does speak English, so you should be in good company once we get inside.
Perfect.
And
that wasn't something that I had thought of before.
So, she starts driving through. You go out on the other side of the gate. You go out onto open grassy lawn with a brief paved path leading beyond the gate and into a lot with 5 expensive-looking luxury and sports cars lined up along the front of a wide 2-story mansion. And the architecture is very plain, and it's built of just pale concrete with dark tile roofing. It's very reserved and simple in taste. To your right side, there's what looks to be a guest house that's very much closer to the gate. And I'll say Kevin would have noticed this with his perception check earlier, but Mr. G, if you're keeping an eye out for it, you definitely would notice it as well, that there are a couple of CCTVs just around. Just like one, obviously there was one camera facing the gate, and then one that seems to be on the inner sort of yard area. And plus there's, like I said, at least 4 guards in sight that you can see just walking around patrolling either around the front or around the outskirts. But Setsuko brings the SUV to a park in this yard area. And as you guys are preparing to get out, that is going to be where we end tonight's session.
As we're passing by those cars, really quick.
Yeah.
Mr. G just says, pick one you like. This might go down bad.
Oh,
seeing our luck lately. No.
Yeah. Whoa. That was interesting. We got some good roleplay in there at the last minute.
Oh, dude. I could finally release Mr. G's playlist.
Yes, now you can release Mr. G's playlist.
Now Sarah's even more scared to have this talk with Mr. G.
Yeah. So, that was quite an action-packed little session. Feels kind of good though after those couple of more slower-paced, more narrative-heavy sessions. I got to do some good old-fashioned combat and also some good old-fashioned roleplay as well. But anyway,
good stuff.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
Good fashion.
I guess so. So thank you all very much for watching. Until next time, we will see you guys later. Peace. Squared. Have a good night. God bless. Be on the lookout for Mr. G's playlist. Coming soon.
Good night, sweet dreams, all the good things.